All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody!
Hey!
We love you most of the time. Sometimes.
All the time.
I don't love you at all. I don't care.
What's up?
Brian, I think it's hilarious that you saw things the same way I did when Alex's character was introduced. Just saying. I said the same thing. Said the same thing.
I hate you both.
I know. You should.
Kira.
You should.
Toki toki.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, good.
But
either way, welcome to Legendary Action, everybody. We're a group of I don't know, semi-moderate to interesting, talented people who like playing Dungeons and Dragons. 5e, but we are a totally enthusiastic group of unapologetic nerds, and we are most definitely emphasize unapologetic. Unapologetic.
No shame.
No shame.
It's one of the few things my parents didn't teach me. Shame.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a little sometimes.
For the things I do.
I wish my daddy and mommy told me more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This isn't a therapy session. There's professionals you can pay for that kind of discussion. But
That are
that being
properly
said,
trained.
welcome to our humble little production here that we put on. We're all happy to be a part of it. We're happy you're here. I'm excited for this week. The rest of the party's excited for this week too.
Yeah.
We're blown away by last week's revelation. We had some fans who could not help themselves, but from harassing some of our players, or one of our players, I should say. You know who you were. You know who you were. But yeah, thank you everybody who's been hosting us, following us along. Everybody who jumped in, had been active in the Discord. Tibbs, we really appreciate you being super involved in the Discord, talking to us, sharing us your passions for Magic the Gathering and such. Feel free to harass Meta Mike as much as absolutely possible. I mean, day in and day out. No matter what he's doing, just hit him up about Magic the Gathering, because he deserves that attention and love from somebody. Because he doesn't get it from us.
MTG! Yeah, I gotta say,
MTG!
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't come from us.
That's the best part, is that Magic's great.
What's land?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
land?
do you have to put the land card sideways so you activate it like a
I don't know what's
card?
happening.
You now officially know more about Magic the Gathering than other stuff.
That was a
Yeah.
goddamn guess.
You gotta believe in the heart of
I
the
just
cards,
want to
Amanda.
point out, though, that she did compare it to fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's-
So,
I
I don't care.
They're
Still
basically
counting.
the same, right?
yeah, that's card games.
They're like very, very similar. Like basically, like health points are a little different because one's thousands and one's like actual just points.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to insult nobody, but it's just
That's
like
like
a lot
saying-
of card games use similar principles.
That's like saying NASCAR is the same as Formula One.
Yeah, I've never seen
fast.
I've never seen Hearthstone played, but I imagine it has similar mechanics as well.
Hearthstone's the same thing. You activate something sideways to activate it.
I think the most interesting thing I've actually seen mechanically is Gwent from The
I
Witcher.
still haven't got into that.
That is so goddamn complicated. I could never do it.
Gwent is.
What
I
are
want
you guys
some-
talking
Not
about?
with
It's
that
so
attitude,
simple.
Amanda.
No, it's not that it's simple. It's not that it's like complicated, but like with having the 3 sections and like.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that was. I'm like, that's interesting.
Why not one world?
Yeah, exactly. Why not one row?
Why do you have all
Every
these
other-
rows?
Yeah, exactly. So
Because one's
Gwent is
like
fun.
I thought you couldn't understand it.
Well, I played The Witcher. I just magically won one session that got me a rare card, and then after that I just kept dying.
Yeah, then you just sell it off on Witcher eBay.
Don't undersell your victories.
So I just threw random cards in there that I collected, and I'm like, here, go, attack.
So what you're really trying to say is you didn't understand how it worked.
Zoidotter. Zoidotter, he actually plays a lot of Gwent at Snafu.
Does he?
Yeah,
You play Gwent,
so,
dude?
So he plays Gwent, yeah.
At
He
Snafu?
Yeah, Snafu is the Reno anime convention that's going on.
Oh.
They host it, tournaments.
Okay.
I thought
That's
snafu was like
pretty
an
badass,
old-timey
actually.
saying for like a mess. Like, this is a snafu.
That is a snap.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you had it right.
Situation
You were
normal,
just
all fucked up.
a little aged ahead.
Yeah.
That's what it stands for.
I try and keep up with these whippersnappers, you know what I'm saying?
But either
You gotta
way,
make
Your
up for it and
age.
look young again.
well then, does your buddy want to join us all at RageCon then next month? Tickets are on sale. It's going on. What was the dates again?
It's June 28th, June 30th.
Yeah, RageCon.
We all have jobs.
Yeah.
It's all the
works.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called making time for the priorities in your life.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
we make
over-
time
it's-
for what
it's over
matters
what?
to
It's
us.
3 days.
3 days.
So yeah, there you go. It's 3 days.
Yeah, we make time
Either
for
way.
what matters to us.
Anybody
Oh.
anybody from the Reno
That's
area or
your
Nevada, whatever, they're welcome to join us. They can see us there. We'll be hanging out, and
Any stalkers who want to travel across the country,
Yeah.
you know, tickets are open to
I'd
anybody.
be super excited if someone showed up.
I'm just
to
saying.
us.
I just see us walking.
You come from across the country, we'll take you to dinner.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
It's on
He
us.
knows the
Yeah.
places.
I'm just saying, like, we're
It's
all
on
standing
Matt.
around talking, and someone goes, just all you hear is, Alfarius, Rankin, Thane, what the?
Well,
Ah!
Yeah.
I will make sure you get a hotel room so you can
We-
relax
Whoa,
and enjoy.
whoa,
See this
be
right
careful
here?
what you're
Not
promising.
that!
Yeah.
Whoa.
no.
People have impressions about our state. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
You're talking about the prostitute.
It's like just a hotel room. Prostitute, not included.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
I can point you in the right direction.
Also,
I can make sure you have a place to
highly
stay.
illegal outside of certain counties where they
Yes.
operate.
For those who do not know.
Still legal in Hawaiian. Voting
Yeah.
yes for that. Hell yeah.
So, yes.
Smart people.
Whoop, whoop.
But yeah,
I'm
shout
gonna
out
collect on
to
those
the Reno
sex
D&D
taxes.
group and the Facebook page. We appreciate any support
Yeah.
and viewers that come from there. We love you. We enjoy the memeage and all the interesting things coming forward. Oh, Salt Marsh.
Yeah,
Salt Marsh is
that's a
coming.
setting.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a setting.
That's-
Well, it's not a setting.
Well,
because
it's
Forgotten
a
Realms,
adventure
but
pack,
it's
whatever
an adventure
book.
pack.
Yeah, adventure pack.
It takes place in Forgotten Realms, just like everything else does that they
Yeah,
release.
I apologize. Slip of the tongue. It's not a setting. I take it back. I take it all back.
But it's a series of adventures. I heard that there's five adventures in
I don't
Salt
have
Marsh
my
that take
hands
place
on a
around
book yet.
Salt Marsh. But early reviews are coming in. You can see them. I think Nerdarchy reviewed it
The
already.
boat mechanics are supposed to be
Taking
fun.
20 and some
yeah.
other stuff
The
in there.
sailing and
Yeah.
ship-to-ship combat
Yeah,
stuff.
they kind of had to.
Hey man, it's almost like I know a really popular fucking DM who probably could have used those things a few months ago.
I think he helped write that. That's why.
Salt Marsh?
I think he helped write the boat rules.
Interesting.
But I couldn't.
I'll have to check the book for the credit thing because I know he helped Dragon Heist.
I know
a lot.
but I don't know exactly.
Wrote one whole fucking arc of it.
Well, they released.
Well, there was also
Unearthed
Unearthed
Arcana
Arcana, yeah.
right
Was there?
before.
I think
No.
that was Mike Merle's book.
Oh, all right. Either way.
Are we talking about a certain someone?
Well,
You can say his name.
yeah, you can say his name.
This
It's
is not
personal.
he who shall not be named.
You're talking about
Okay?
Matt Mercer.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold, whoa,
Whoa! Whoa!
Everyone knows the myth. You say names 3 times, you summon him.
You know how many people wish that was true?
Yeah. I just want to meet him and say hi.
Could you imagine?
Shake his hand.
Seems like a nice guy, but I think he'd be real confused about why am I in Rita?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Am I
I'm
on
like,
the way to Burning Man?
Yeah. No.
You're not.
Nope. You were already there, Matt.
you know,
Try to keep
they
up.
say sometimes on cold, dark nights in the best D&D games, you can hear his hair blowing in the wind. magical
great.
hair.
I actually really want to meet. I actually really would like to talk to Liam personally. I love
Oh,
the way I
yeah.
love both of his characters from both campaigns. I actually like Caleb a lot more. Than
Caleb's my
fucking
favorite
Max.
character. Back off.
I like
Dagger.
It's
Dagger,
you're
Dagger is a
same
classic, but I
things.
like
No.
Caleb a lot.
Nope. He liked Jester first. So I like Caleb first.
Is this like a Twilight thing?
You're
Like
allowed to
Team
love- you're allowed to
Jester,
like
Team
lots of things at the
Caleb?
same time.
Yeah, you're
Are
allowed.
you guys gonna fight to the death?
You can like
Wait,
more
yo,
than
who's got the
characters.
knives?
My mom.
Vax.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Her mom is a chef.
a sushi chef.
She has knives.
She got a nice little brickstone sharpener from Japan. Whetstone that she likes to sharpen her knives every night after work.
Yeah.
It's like a trained assassin.
I'm
but
sorry.
food.
Wait a minute. Did you just tell Amanda English is hard? Have you heard yourself?
I was
Bard?
agreeing with her.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I know English is hard.
You know, we should
Our
just.
bard over here.
We're
ladies
better
and
off
gentlemen.
listing off the things that are easy for Mike. All right.
Yeah, closing doors isn't one of
Yeah, walking.
them. Standing, as he proved last
Standing.
night.
Okay, that's not funny. I almost died. Okay, I was just standing there, and
Most
then,
accidents
then the
occur in the
world
kitchen.
shifted, and then I almost fell.
Yeah.
Like the world went, and I almost died.
Yeah, we're not
Standing.
sure what caused it, but yeah. You guys should have been here. It was
My
hilarious.
leg tried to kill me, so that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we weren't gonna say exactly why
We
you
were
weren't
talking
here.
about him standing and almost dying, and then,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Matt's recovered nice from his little vacation.
Is there
it was not a vacation.
is your leg possessed by the devil or something that does what it wants?
Yeah.
Did Lilith get
Well-
inside you?
You know.
Idle hands.
Idle feet.
Yeah.
No, it was just a minor, horrible infection that hurt like someone was trying to cut off my leg.
More conversations like this at RageCon.
Yeah.
And on our Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Our Discord.
It was not a vacation, let me tell you. And they took blood like 3 times every night. It was not cool. It wasn't fun at all.
Did you at least get a sponge bath?
No, I had to shower for myself. They had a seat in the shower. It
What
wasn't so
you
bad.
do is you say, I can't do it, and just like try and bet that they're not going to send a really
Listen,
masculine nurse in there.
Listen, those nurses have a hard job. I
Yeah.
don't need to make it worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nobody wants to see me.
You just say that
undressed.
until you see the bill.
Well, okay.
You're like, you know what? I should have
I,
gotten a
have,
sponge
I
bath.
haven't seen it yet. And I'm so
It's like a
scared.
dark force. It's like this dark force on the other side of the mountains. You know it's coming.
There's a storm in the background of my life.
Well, the good news is if you have insurance, you're going to pay less than if you were underinsured.
No, I have
or
pretty good
non-insured.
insurance,
So
but-
there you go.
You know, we'll see. How good is it?
Because it's when you can't afford the doctor is when they fucking charge you.
Matt, you wanted to keep your foot? That's elective and cosmetic.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know? Just some Dark Ages coverage. Oh, the foot, what? You want to keep it? Oh, that's going to cost you.
Yeah. No, we're just going to solve that right
It
off.
would have been cheaper just to get a prosthetic, and those are really expensive for those who don't know. Really expensive.
An IB? We're just going to give you leeches.
Poor lady. We'll send you to the barber.
Not those cosmetic leeches, just those. We got them in a jar somewhere.
And then we're still working our way towards 500 followers. Everybody who's interested, we're going to be giving away a limited edition version of the core rulebook set, and some kobolds and some characters 3D printed out and primed for you to be sent to you, and some dice in order to start playing right away.
before they're gone.
And yeah, so at 500 followers, we're going to be giving these away, and it's a great value. I mean, the books themselves are like $130, so that's a win. And you'll have your hands on a really fantastic set of books that will not be being reproduced in the future, at least not this set.
Damn. Sorry, Tibbs said he broke both his legs at his last duty station during a small boat driving training accident.
Boat?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
like he was in the Marines. I feel like he was in the Marines.
Yeah.
Listen, Tibbs, we're crayons involved. At all.
What's the myth behind that?
Oh my god.
No.
We'll explain it to you later.
You know, it's just so different segments of the military all bash on each other, and then there's the chair guard.
Yeah.
And then they hate each other, but they like each other more than foreign armies.
Yeah.
Just enough to get
Just
along.
enough.
Just enough. It's like, yeah, you're a dick, Jim, but fuck that guy.
Oh man.
Let's team up.
Yeah.
It's like when villains join forces.
I feel like it's less like they get along enough just to hate on the enemy, more like they're forced to at times.
It's really like the movie Suicide Squad. It really takes the federal government to come in and get these criminals together.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
They're looking down a line of fire and they're like, that Joe guy took my MRE. Oh no, the enemy.
Tips is Navy.
Name.
Close enough.
Thank you for your service,
Oh, yeah.
by the way.
Thank you for your service.
We all support our men and women in uniform.
If you know a guy named
And
Cool,
out of
punch
uniform.
And definitely out of uniform. If we ever do a camera shoot or like a calendar shoot, we'll give you a call, bro.
Yeah. You could be on all 12 pages.
A calendar
Dylan
and
already
camera
knew.
shoot.
Dude, that would only sell to the morbidly, just masochists out there.
Yeah. The cast and fans of Legendary Action.
Which amounts to about like 6. So yeah, so we're gonna make some money, guys.
I wanted money.
I'm confused.
Character lives are for sale still again, Brian. You know, now that you're disappointed.
Oh, yeah, he did have a proposition. It was very Saw-esque. You want to play a game? 2 characters, both beloved. One must die, kind of thing. He's basically our not canon blood god.
Yeah,
that's what he is. For those of you who aren't super familiar with him already.
He's always trying to buy our fucking story and the events that happen.
You know, it'd be cool if everyone just died.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I like tragic stories.
You guys should consider staying off of airships. Go out like Linda Skinner.
Oh, jeez. None of us have proficiency in engineering. No.
Or flying airships. Fuck. Like, well, it was a good ride for a while, guys.
I can fly it. I just can't land it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You should check the chat there, buddy.
What's he doing?
He's currently being threatened at the moment.
Oh. Well, I might be into it.
Lean into it. Just do it.
Just lean into it.
Just lean.
Wow,
But,
that's a
Wow.
That being said,
Yeah, that's it.
500 foot ahead of Lumi and Reginald.
Yeah, Brian was like, you know, it'd be really great. Lumi runs up, sees Reginald, eats him, and then Lynn and Lumi fight to the death.
yeah, that would be great watching Amanda play against herself.
Which
Do
character
I
do you
sneak
use?
attack? Do I have
I
advantage?
can see Lumi just going. Bah, bah, bah.
I'll just do exactly what my own cat does. She won't eat the mice. She'll just stare at it.
Yeah.
And if it moves, bat. That's it.
Yeah, that's all she does. She doesn't even kill him.
I do like Sir Reginald, so I'm going to step in.
Yes. Picking fights with Alfarius. Suddenly it's fucking D&D Civil War.
Now you gotta put your mouse on the altar. Bring this noble mouse back. What about
Ridiculous.
Luthok? Fuck Luthok. He's a Reginald.
Bring the mouse!
Bring me the mouse back.
He comes back as a human decked out. I am Sir Reginald.
Luthok is a teammate, but the mouse is a symbol for everything that we represent. What is that? I don't know!
We still haven't figured that out.
Yeah, it's good times though. But yeah, so we have the giveaway coming up, you know. So and if you enjoy what you see tonight, hanging out with us and stuff, you know, if you'll please check us out on our Discord and our Twitter. And Twitter is definitely the best place to stay up to date with whether or not like we have things like cancellations or players taking time off or you know being hospitalized, whatever.
Whatever.
You know all that
Things
good
happen.
stuff.
Minor
It
hospital.
normally gets announced on Twitter first before it makes it into our Discord. So if you're not following in our Discord or on our Twitter, then you know that's fine. It's fine.
And
But you won't be informed.
one final announcement: Alex is getting into painting, or trying to. Basically, right now he's that gym guy that got all his clothes and the shoes and the shaker bottles and the protein and whatnot. Now he just has to show up to the gym, right? I'm that way. I have all the paints and all the stuff I need to start. I'm going to start trying to paint miniatures and terrain. I'm an absolute novice, stick figure draw type guy. And I've been watching some tutorials online, but I will be uploading my stuff to the painting Discord as I go. And we will see this mess that's going to happen. So, stay tuned.
Ironically, at the expense of him going to the gym.
No, I'm still going to the gym.
There will be sacrifices paint at the gym while you're running. Really talented.
Just a dumbbell with a brush on the end. That's all. Just curls and brushes.
Curls and brushes. Base coat that one. It's not effective. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for tonight. We'll post his painting disasters in the Discord if you're interested. For all to see and criticize.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the way to do
okay.
it.
It's okay. I can take it.
And now to the show.
And now to the show.
To the show.
Yeah.
Intro.
Yeah, and then, so we're going to run the intro, and we'll be right back.
The intro.
Which we should
is
update and
legit.
remove people from. Either way. That's neither here nor there.
No.
You ready?
Hello?
And we are back.
Okay.
Alright, so last week you had returned from Fog Bottom to begin administering and creating more of the antidotes to skin rot and trying to slow that epidemic, this biological warfare developed and created to weaken the individual city-states and militaries of the Centreville and their ability to resist Lefay and her gathering forces, which, from what you can all tell or gather at this point, is gaining substantial strength. And Greencrest is prepared for war, digging a short trench on the outskirts of their town and building stake chevrons with stake formations so that their soldiers, the small amount that they can effectively fight from behind cover and do everything they can. What?
Did you say chevrons like a gas station?
Yeah, like a gas station, not like
Well,
a shape.
Is that a shape? I don't know that shape. I'm not familiar. I'm a novice.
You would know.
At shapes.
Yeah, I guess as chevron, whatever that is.
You know the rank of like E5, the chevrons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are 3
Okay.
chevrons.
All right. I'm with you now. I apologize.
Yeah, like the gas
Carry on.
station. I love that. That's where you win. I've been as faithful as I can in the fantasy setting, but right now is when I'm going to have the build Chevron gas station.
That's the only thing I know that's chevron.
My first thought was like, did we get backed by somebody? What?
Now you'll look at Chevron. You'll never look at it the same because you'll look at their logo and you'll go, "Oh, I get it."
It's a chevron.
Yeah, exactly. Either way,
I was hoping to buy a spa in the world. Maybe we should stop down at the local chevrons.
Yeah. Go to the gas station, guys.
I just didn't know.
Got to refuel our horses at Chevron.
I just wanted to be on the same page as everyone else. Right, guys?
Either way, so they've built defensive formations to help best utilize the small amounts of soldiers and defenders that they've gathered and mustered together. You also learn that Anvil has either fallen to the forces of Lefay already, or been cut off, or destroyed, or is currently under siege. You're not exactly sure to the nature of it, other than the fact that you know that the city was last seen by travelers aflame, but they didn't really identify anything else about it from that point forward. Yeah, sweet. You discussed what to do about Lefay and how to best approach getting her out of the tower, and I believe came to the conclusion that doing it by yourselves would be basically paramount to suicide, trying to enter into her, climb over the walls, past her defenses, and up the Tower of Night to defeat her in whatever form that she does exist in.
I'm totally reading my notes and I realize where we are now.
And aside from that, what else? It was also you also discussed her motives and possible motives on how to defeat her. You came to the conclusion that Zinstone has to be either of some importance or maybe connected in some reason to her her lack of outward aggression or immediate aggression to take territory and defeat her enemies. You're not really sure what part it plays in her overall plans and schemes, but you are under the impression that it must matter to her in some fashion, some way. It has to matter. She needs it for some reason, or wants it. And you then left your meeting with the mayor, kind of getting all of this exposition, building these plans together, and then you walked out into the market and saw a long-lost familiar face in your friend, the Tabaxi, the rogue, the heart and soul of the party.
The heart and soul.
Loomis had returned from what you thought was most definitely a brutal death underneath the ruins of the Dwarven Citadel and the Greyspire Mountains and in the Goblin Caverns. But it seems as though she might have died, but didn't stay dead. You know what they say about cats. They got 9 lives and everything.
8 left.
8 left. Well, you're assuming 8.
Fuck, you're right.
You're assuming she has 8. Maybe she's lost some before. She have 4 left.
You have 3.
For every life she loses a spot on her fur.
So, scarred spots with seeming of battle damage or physical harm on her body. Her ear, one of her ears, seeming to have a large nick of skin cut and missing from it. After removing her hood and you take a look at her, she looks tired and worn out. She's been through quite an ordeal. And that's where we start. With everybody but Riken present.
Bye, Riken.
And then this stranger. This new stranger. This new person. So as you arrive, you see Alfarish, and you see Thane, and then you see this massive Goliath that you've never seen before. As well.
So I straight up don't go to the Goliath.
That's fine. Okay.
Fucking care about him.
Didn't really need to be stated.
Alright. But I run up, like, at first, when you see me run up, when you see Lumi run up, you see her, like, excited, because she can recognize the scales, recognize the funky outfits of Thalen. She runs up.
Do you go up to other people with funky outfits? Thalen, is that you?
But you see her run up, like, and I take off my hood, but then as I get closer, my footsteps just get slower, and I finally approach you confused.
And my footsteps begin to get faster
Dragonborn's about to tackle you.
as I see Lumi. Lumi! As I run up and I give you the biggest owlbear hug I can possibly give. And I pick you up,
Mate.
almost
Mate.
crushing you.
Mate, you need to get off now. Mate, no.
Oh, no, there's none of that. There's
okay.
like only this. Nothing but strong plate mail. That's all you're touching right now. Lumi, it's so good to see you. We thought you died. And I squeeze you tighter. I thought we should never let you go.
Let me go. Let me explain.
Never.
I run up and I pat Alfarius in the back. Alfarius, let her go. You're going to hurt her.
It's her.
I know.
And I reach out with her in one hand and I bring you in. And I bring us all into a giant, now almost a huge owlbear group hug between all three of us.
It's nice to see you guys too, but you need to let me. You need to let me go. I have some scars. I have some. Ow! Fail it! Ow!
Sorry.
All right.
He's.
After an appropriate amount of time of hugging,
Whatever that may be.
in Dragonborn Society, I will
Is it
deem
minutes? Is it
efficient.
hours?
He hasn't let go. Let's be real here.
You may never know.
We may never know. I let go of you. And
Oh Lord.
You see me kind of distance myself away, and you kind of see me do like some cat scratches, like when I extend my arms, my claws go out. You know, just softening my fur, and then you notice I look like shit. I look. Thank you.
Are you?
It's nice to see you guys.
Are you hurt?
I've been through a lot. There's a lot to explain, but first of all, where is everyone else? Where's Riken? Where's Luthok? Because I need to make sure to talk to all of you about what had happened.
Riken is asleep in his room right now, and
Okay, that doesn't sound like Riken.
Luthok.
Riken will be out, but okay.
Luthok is. He didn't make it.
What do you mean?
We were fighting a hag and many other things.
You mean that hag we were trying to find?
We found her.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Brenda. We found her. And we took care of her. And as we were moving away and we were trying to retreat, we were attacked by her pet. And Luthok decided to fight it and give us time to get away.
No. That doesn't sound like Luthok. We've done stuff before. That champ. No. Did you find him? Did you find his corpse?
It's in the belly of a hydra.
How can you confirm that? Did you skin the hydra? Did you go in there?
I saw the hydra swallow it.
Did you see the bones?
No, we attempted to find the hydra, and we couldn't.
Then Luthok might have survived. Like he always says, orcs survive. No.
I wish it to be true, Lumi. I wish we could have saved him, but when he went down, I knew he wasn't all right, and then the hydra went in after. And then they swam under. The hydra took him and drug him underwater into presumably its lair. I wanted to go after and attempt to save him, to do what we can, to maybe bring him back. But
Well, where's the hydra now? We
don't
can fucking
know.
kill it.
We don't know. And many things have changed.
I can't. Nope. I've been through. Nope. I need evidence. I cannot believe. No. I understand a lot had happened, but that's not Luthok.
One doesn't come back from being swallowed by a hydra. I wanted to save him, but it wasn't hoping he was alive. It was hoping to bring a piece of him back, to attempt to bring him back from the dead if someone willed it.
Sorry, mate. I can't believe. I can't. Until there's legitimate evidence or you have something from Luthok that he would never part away from, regardless.
And speaking of that, where have you been? Last time we saw you, you fell.
Well, a lot has happened, and that is something I'll definitely explain to everyone, but for now, we need to group up and we need to...
This is the group. Luthok is gone. Riken is unconscious. We don't know what happened.
Well, I will explain everything when Riken wakes, and then who's this guy?
This is Hargraves. He is a employee of Exodus.
At least I was. I finished my contract. Dropping you off here.
Then you are no longer a part of this group. Why are you around?
Well, there's not really much else going on. Everything's on lockdown, so I really can't find other work. So, honestly, I was bored.
We asked for his help. What we're facing is dangerous, and every blade that is skilled is needed. You've been gone a little while, Lily. Things have changed.
Yeah, I've seen shit. I've seen the worst. I know there's a lot going on. I've heard a lot of things. I've seen what happened back here at Greencrest. Not good. Not good. What have you guys been up to? There's a lot to catch up on, but I would much rather do that with the company of everybody. And
We're actually waiting for... Do we want to... I look at Alfarius. Do we want to go find Thane, or do we want to go try to see if Riken's feeling more up to it?
Well, we should stop by the blacksmith and we'll put an order in for some
So
silver
also
weapons.
notice that Lucian isn't there either anymore.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up and say Lucian's gone, but...
well, they haven't mentioned Lucians.
You never asked.
Well, that's why I said you noticed that he's not there as well.
Mhm.
And I think we should rush. Go to the blacksmith, put an order for all of our silvered weapons. Lumi, I would recommend that you get your weapons silvered as well. We are fighting beasts in the night. That the only thing that will hurt them will be magic and silver.
I'm okay with that. I don't know what's going on, but I guess we all have a lot of explaining to do, huh?
Well, I'll lean in close not to startle the rest of the townsfolk that may be walking by.
The market is very, very sparsely
Yeah,
very sparsely
so
filled with people
Yeah.
at the
Well,
moment.
we don't need to add any more terror to it. Werewolves.
let's
I'm assuming, out of character, I'm assuming from my background, I don't really encounter werewolves?
You haven't encountered, but you know what they are.
Okay. Well, I just want to know if they were ever
Were tigers are pretty normal in where you're from.
were tigers.
Mhm.
Dealt with were tigers. That's alright. Interesting. Werewolves. How did that? Well, we'll talk more after we regroup. So are we still bringing this one along too? Can I trust him?
I look at Hargraves. So Hargraves,
Yeah.
are you coming along?
Well, it sounds like the mayor doesn't want to give me any work, and it doesn't really seem like there's much going on, so possibly I'll come along.
Well then, let us head to the blacksmith. Oh shit. I just realized.
Yep.
Riken has all the gold.
Sure does.
What?
We need to stop by the inn anyway to pick up our gold.
Sure. We go pick up money from the corpse.
So head back to the inn to pick up
Corpse.
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah, we'll go back to the inn first.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to the Dusty Dog.
No.
Dusty Dog.
So you go back, you walk in. It's seems to be basically still, for the most part, unattended. You can hear some shuffling in the back near the behind the front desk, the reception. There we go. Words. Reception. Behind the reception. So there's somebody back there maintaining probably the records and those guests. You guys haven't run into any other guests though since you've been in here. So you guys might be the only people staying in the inn at the moment. So you go upstairs and go to the Riken's room, and yeah, he's right where you left him. Shutters all closed, windows locked.
Go on.
Yeah.
What are we?
Well, I don't remember you tying him up or anything.
We,
So
didn't tie him up, but is he tied up?
no.
Cold sweat on him still?
Still
So
wrapped
what-
in a tarp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're out of that.
All right.
We put you in your
That was
blanket.
for your comfort and safety.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to him and make a medicine check. Has he gotten better?
No, not really.
No, really?
Just taking a look at him, seems to be suffering from the same symptoms, whatever it is that's making him unwell.
Well, this just ain't going to do. Lemmy, are you in the room with us? Did you come on up?
I'm kind of looking at him concerned. Very concerned.
I am too.
I wait downstairs.
Very polite. Thank you, Hargrave. I'm going to check on my dying friend. We went up there. Yeah, we just don't got time for this anymore. I reached down on Riken's forehead. I'm going to use 5 points to lay on hands to cure one disease or affliction affecting him.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I'm going to burn it out of him.
I think a smite is more appropriate.
Out there, it just compels you.
I get my words mixed up sometimes. I guess I'm a lot of dagger. But no.
Because he's attached to a devil, does it
Yeah.
do the extra damage
Yeah,
or whatever?
it sure probably does.
Let's not test that theory.
Yeah. Listen, you're unconscious. You don't get a vote.
All right.
Well, I put my large dragon claw hand on your forehead, Riken.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's time to wake up.
Mm.
I channel, lay on hands into him. 5 points.
I thought you were going to say divinity for a second.
I would too. I might as well. I am quite divine.
It's true.
All right, yeah. So, a wellspring of healing energies releases from your hand, and he regains consciousness and seems to. I mean, he's still sweating and stuff, and he looks tired, but he's no longer shivering, and he doesn't seem to have a fever anymore, and seems to be fully conscious.
So what ended up happening to Riken?
Whoa.
We don't know, actually.
Hey, Riken.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Okay. I'm in a bed. Where are we?
I get down on a knee so I can be eye level with you. Hey, you in Greencrest?
You kill a werewolf?
Yeah,
I assume we're not all dead together.
that's right.
This is hell.
Well, a lot of you thought I was dead, but hi, Ryan.
How are you alive? What is I am hallucinating.
You're in hell.
We're in hell. Fuck, we all died, didn't we?
I appear and
If
go.
it was hell, you'd be in the room and it would be just you and Thane together.
I appear over Alferis's shoulder, and I'm like, "You're still alive, right, Riken?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Rai.
Yes.
Yes, I'm alive.
Now why did you go and drink the water in Fog Bottom?
Ugh, I heard stories about their water.
Thank you, Lumi.
Absolutely disgusting.
I don't
Full of
Riken.
I
bacteria.
don't remember drinking any of the water.
Did you ever take any of the water?
Someone said you drank a whole glass.
That would be stupid. No one.
Now think real hard now. When the Hydra was knocking you around, you kept falling in. Did you swallow any of the water?
It's very likely I did, yeah. I've been getting bitten recently.
Riken has had a series of mishaps.
It's been a rough couple months, man.
Shot by other players. Shot by guests.
Twice.
Now listen, I was going to let you fight this off yourself,
Uh-huh.
but we don't got time anymore.
Well, thank you for that.
And I pulled the sheets off you.
Okay.
Now get up.
Did you guys? I assume I'm dressed.
Yeah. The only thing I would have took off was your boots.
All right.
What did you take off, Thalen?
Me?
Yeah.
I put this back in the room. You're the one who laid him on the bed.
Yeah, the only thing I took off was your boots.
Listen, you're just happy to see you're not naked.
Yeah. These clothes are disgusting.
So are your sheets.
Yes, they are.
So you've seen better days.
Yeah. I just start prestidigitation like I'm in a shower.
We'll be downstairs when you get yourself put together.
So before you guys all leave, I go up to the door and I lean up against it. So do we really trust that guy down there? I've been in a lot of shitty situations where
There's another guy.
trust.
Yes, I forgot. We have a impromptu member of Exodus at the moment.
Okay.
He's a...
2 questions. Is
Yes.
he good at killing things?
Yes, he killed a werewolf in one
I
swing.
guess 1 question's good enough. That's all you need.
I can't say we... I wouldn't 100% trust him, but I think it's a start.
Listen,
Can you
I
trust him to not want to die?
Yes, and that's where I would trust him.
Do you need me to keep a closer eye on him?
Yes.
Stealthy, snack.
If you could, Lumi. Lumi, it's good to have you back.
It's good to see.
Speaking
some
of
people.
back, how?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Would you like the other one to hear it?
I don't care.
Just say it now. Keep it plain, keep it simple.
Long story short, I've been in Menzo Barrington. This
Okay.
whole time.
Menzo Branson.
Menzo
Branson.
Branson.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Menzo Barrington.
No,
Do
very much not so.
Barrington's like
Does-
that doll from the 80s, isn't it?
No,
Does Thalen know what that is?
most
Where?
people do.
Okay, what is it?
Menzo.
It's the capital of the Drow.
Oh. Cool.
Is that like Harlington Coat Factory?
It's right next to Banana Republic. Yeah.
If I have to make it simple, the only way I survived, and you see her left claws, and you see if I recall, cats have
Hives?
five
She had
claws.
hive?
Privacy does.
Hive claws?
Well, you see 2 of the claws absolutely missing, and in both hands. in both paws. Okay, paws.
So are you missing the 2 center ones?
Pretty much, my claws will pretty much do half damage than they usually do. Well,
If you want to, I can tell you that. But,
just an example, they're not as much of use.
Your fingers are cut off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're missing 4 fingers.
Nails,
That sounds
nails,
So much for that
nails.
proficiency
the
in sleight of
nails,
hand.
the
yeah,
nails.
then
So
you
you're
don't have any
declawed.
climbing
So you
speed
have your
anymore.
fingers.
But
Yeah, no climbing speed.
You're declawed.
Sleight of
and you have your
hand.
fingers.
Yeah.
You're a terrible rogue.
Well, 2 of them might be clawed.
Well, I'm confused. Are they missing, or did they remove your claws?
The nails.
The claws.
Claws.
So you have all 5 fingers. You're missing your claws.
Yes.
Ah.
I'm missing claws.
Oh.
So let's just say,
Doctor?
so long
Sure,
story short,
Doctor. Doctor.
He did it. You did this.
I know. I love to have fun sometimes.
No one's shaking my head. Doctor?
Doctor.
Nobody trusts your heart, right?
Doctor.
that's it.
Doctor.
Doctor.
All right, we're done.
I was gonna say there's one connection left.
Okay.
Poor Dylan.
Poor Dylan.
I don't need it. I'm a doctor.
I'm the best doctor.
Oh.
You saw what I did to Ryken. So,
you see some nails, some nails gone, claws gone, declawed. You just see me battered. Like you take a closer look, and you like a lot of my certain parts of my fur is missing, like big chunks are gone. Like you feel like my colors. It's white, but it feels like it's dirty white. I've just been through a lot. Pretty much how I survived was goddamn lucky. I was able to use the claws. I was able to use some of the daggers. I was able to find a nice soft spot and was able to use all my strength to climb up to one of the caverns. And I passed out. Next thing I know, I was captured by the drow. I was on my way to Menzo Branson. No T. In
No
it,
T.
though.
You keep
No
saying
T.
T.
Menzo Branson. And saw quite a lot. I had to fight others who were in the same situation as me, fight to the death. And it was only then that a couple of drow rescuers, I guess they call themselves, like justice warriors, were able to use my assistance to get one important person out, and I was able to go out with them. I had a little bit of a team. I had a druid. I had a cleric. I had a barbarian girl, cleric dwarf friend, and we were able to escape, but I was the only one that made it through the Underdark. I know you guys have been down there before, but it was tough getting out.
no, you haven't. None of you have been. The closest you guys have been to the Underdark is that chasm that was in the cavern.
Yeah, it's been close.
Well,
You guys were at surface level.
that's terrifying.
I only just got back to Greencrest 2 days ago. Found out that you guys were going somewhere on an adventure to help these people. And I've just been waiting for your return. But I guess not everyone made it out.
Lucian left. He had business to take care of with his family. Luthok, unfortunately, passed on. And that's about it. Right? I'm not forgetting anybody, am I?
No.
Met a druid. On the way.
We met a monk as well. I was in prison for 3 months by an archfey.
Oh, yeah. You weren't there for that archfey thing. That was wild.
I was enslaved while you guys were having fun.
Oh, there
It
was
wasn't fun.
No, it was not fun.
Seems like every step we take, someone wants to kill us.
Oh, come on, Lumi. As I go in for another owlbear hug.
I still have injuries that need to be healed up. I think I'm good with the owlbear hugs. But thank you.
As she says that, I wave my hand and speak, and you are now healed. And as I cast healing word to take care of some of the injuries that were on it.
You heal some of it, but not enough for all of it.
Just helping out.
Thane, this is the real one right here.
You don't need to roll, she has full HP.
Yeah. It's the real one right here.
Well, thanks everyone for not leaving me behind, I guess. And I am real thirsty. Let's go get a drink.
Just no swamp water.
Look,
I heard that's bad for you.
By the way,
So she has dementia
She's
or
right.
something.
but Lumi,
okay. I'll
Lumi,
remember that.
Riken, we are currently about to head out of town again.
What for?
We are looking for the Zin Stone.
And what is this stone?
We believe it's the source of power of Lefay. She is a sorceress that is in the tower, and we don't know much else. We can make assumptions that maybe she is undead, a lich of some kind. We don't know. All we know is that she's somehow still alive.
We
Is
think.
she the one that ordered Grenda to kill Lufok?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it probably wasn't that specific, but yeah.
But
But-
was she involved?
She's
in
responsible.
She's responsible.
At the end.
enough for
She's missed all that exposition. Her character hasn't. The only thing she ever found out was that someone named Lefay was behind the scenes. So Lumi doesn't know anything that you guys have learned,
We have
Well, let's go get a drink. And
other than
catch
the
you
fact that Greencrest is in terrible danger, the Central Vale, and the tower has been awakened. And from the rumors that have been spreading around, there's a massing army of undead that's getting ready to attack Greencrest, and that's basically as much as the rumor mill is pushing around through town, through the
We'll tell you
guards and
everything
such.
we've learned since you went away, but let's do it over drinks. We'll catch up.
Well, we
If
probably-
Hargraves is going to be with us, he needs to know what we know too.
You're right. Let's head
And
downstairs.
what is he? Where did he come from? What does he
Remember
do?
the werewolf that you fainted from?
I didn't fade from the werewolf.
Okay, sorry, the werewolf that you became sick while it was there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you wrote.
Completely unrelated.
Absolutely.
Never mind. Go on. Who is this man?
He's a hunter of werewolves.
Perfect. Seems convenient, even.
Do you know what? At this point, I take convenience over undead armies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't look a gift horse. Don't kill it either. I know where you're going with that. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I understand that I can never speak the word horse again in your presence without a snicker. But I gotta tell you, if it being between myself and a horse again, I'd do it again.
Just don't piss off the druid, and I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, right. You missed that, too.
There's a lot you've missed,
Oh,
Lumic. Here, let's just
I
head downstairs.
savagely killed a horse. It's true.
It's all
Sad.
true. It's all true,
Did it
kid.
have gold in its stomach?
It could have. I didn't check.
Doesn't sound like you, Riken.
I didn't want to do it, to be fair.
Does she?
They don't want to hear that part.
She doesn't know anything about Lilith either.
I know. I was going to say, does she?
We can
No, I said it,
like I said, let's catch you up over drinks. We're gonna need drinks.
And we're going to need to tell our friend. So let us head downstairs. And
Give him a chance to run away before he really commits to all this.
I didn't lay it out easy for him.
Well, what you
You
tell him?
really didn't.
I may have been a little bit excitable at the time, and may have divulged that he's basically fighting an unwinning battle.
And he stuck around.
I think he's just crazy enough for us.
I hired him.
Yeah, it was also key. Oh yeah. He spent your gold.
And
I
that
step
doesn't-
away.
And that doesn't sound like you, Alfarius.
A man who appreciates getting paid for his work. I can appreciate that. I think we'll get along.
I lean back in. We're broke, by the way.
Okay, well, I'm done talking. I'm getting drinks. Bye. I stand up. I walk out.
And as you head downstairs, you see the Goliath individual that you believe this is the individual that they described and spoke about, and he's at the end of the stairs, just kind of
What kind of weapon? do you
picking
have
his
again?
fingernails with a small bladed weapon.
What kind of weapon do you have again?
What kind of weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a large. For me, it's average size, but a rather large silver sword hanging off my waist, and a shield strapped to my other arm. Smaller shield.
Wait, is it a shield or a buckler?
It's like
What are you talking about?
it's
The
a shield.
shields you would sling over your back when you're not
Yeah,
wielding them.
yeah. I was thinking when I'm wielding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have a shield on my back, and I have an alarm.
Stand
I'm
away.
here.
It's time
On
to wake
time.
He was not on time.
I was not on time.
The alarm is alive.
But yeah, I know I have a
fuck,
shield.
I'm really late alarm.
Yeah, I'm a real late alarm. This is like, oh shit, alarm. It's like, what are you doing? No, but I have a large shield strapped on my back, and a fur cloak,
Okay.
and a dagger. I'm picking my nails with.
You must be the hunter.
Oh, you're awake. I guess they fixed you.
Did you tell him what he did for a living? Because you're the only one that knows that he
I
is a
did
blood
not.
hunter.
I
Okay.
did not.
I just said he was a hunter of werewolves. That's all I said.
I think you know.
I know now too because
Yeah.
the meeting.
Yeah,
There's a
I
meeting.
said it in the
So
meeting.
you two told him. Okay.
So I just said he's a hunter of werewolves.
Yeah, I got you guys to Greencrest safe. So
Okay.
that was all me.
All right. Did you? Let me buy you a drink then.
I will not say no to a drink,
I don't
especially a
think
free drink.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone here to pay for a drink, but
Are you sure you're up for a drink, there, guy?
I'm
You're
gonna need a fucking
in
drink.
pretty rough shape.
No, pretty sure I need that drink.
Kill the demons with alcohol, right?
If only it was that easy, you know.
You guys are standing here having a conversation. You see, you hear the voice come from behind the reception. And you see fucking Alden pop out. Oh, you fellas, looking for a drink?
All of those
We can.
drinks. Yeah.
I can probably take care of that. Everybody else has been spending time at home.
Yeah. Well, this is as close to home as we get around here.
You know, Herc hasn't been by, and you know, and Yesnia has been. She's had time off, and so have most of the other barmaids. So, but I could take care of you.
I feel like Eric is never here.
Okay. Well, I
He's a
put,
landowner now.
Yeah,
isn't
he's a big fucking estate owner now.
10,
You don't know
10
that.
gold on the counter and just say keep them going.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay people to serve around drinks to nobody. It makes sense that they've had people taking time off.
Yeah.
he?
Hopefully with this treatment and stuff, and being able to lift some of the restraints on the town, they'll pick up business. You know,
Well, let's find a table and catch up our friends on what's been happening.
Yeah.
oh, are they? I look towards the stairs. Are they coming down?
Yeah, everybody's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Riken for a second. Oh.
No, he comes down first, and
Oh.
you guys have this moment to exchange.
Okay.
Everybody follows suit.
Okay, I got you. I'm catching up. It's been a while. Been out of the game for a little bit.
Let's get that table. Let's
Few
get that
weeks.
table.
So
A few weeks. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so it's your pick of the tables. There's nobody there. Alden goes over and kind of kickstarts a fire and opens up one of the windows. Nice little cool breeze in there, and lights a couple simple lanterns to help illuminate the room. And then he goes back behind the bar and takes the gold, and he just basically brings you guys a few large pitchers of ale, and he's just like, "Here you go, and when you're ready for the next ones, you know, just come let me know, and I'll come back." Or not, and you just kind of keep track of what we're putting together, and I'll add to your room tabs or something. Take care of it.
Suppose free drinks are worth the conversation. Nice. Take up a glass and start drinking.
we were actually going to be filling Lumi in a bit on what has happened while she's been gone.
Oh yeah, it seems like you guys have a bit of a past.
During this time, you just always see Lumi holding onto a dagger. She's just fiddling with the dagger.
Remember we had a friend that died?
Honestly, in a short period of time I've been traveling with you, there's a lot of names that have come up. So you're going to have to be more specific.
That's one of them.
Luminous tear.
Are you trying to sell me on some sort of insurance policy that if I die traveling around with you guys, I'll come back? Even that, apparently that druid friend of yours is used to seeing stuff come back from the dead.
No.
What kind of crazy cult do you have going on here, Paladin?
So I'm slurping down on one of my own pictures. Don't need no cup. What was that?
Well, your friends keep talking about people coming back. It's like, are people dead or not? And that druid was Was thinking I was her dead friend. Apparently, this is a common trend.
This one apparently never died.
As I point with the picture, ain't up to any of us. It's up to the Veiled Queen.
Cat startles.
Lumi's little jump. He's like, ah!
Well, I can toast to that, to the Veiled Queen. Ah! May the ends justify the means. Take a large swig.
No, but what I was saying is that one of our friends that we thought had died actually was able to make it out. Her resilience is quite high.
I remember seeing a Goliath like you.
It's a rough
You're not going to ask me if I'm one of your friends from the past, are you?
No. I remember slitting one's throat in order to win a battle.
Oh, that's pretty dramatic.
She got a little harder.
She's aggressive. But,
Watch yourselves while you sleep.
so,
Yeah.
many things have changed since you've been gone.
I see a lot has changed. Some sickness is going around.
That's the cause. Do you remember the, out of character, you remember, does Lumi know about Lefay? She knows the name, right?
Yeah, I was spoken in the... by...
She recognizes the name, but you guys didn't learn anything else more than that.
Nope.
Remember the Countess Lefay?
I remember hearing about it, but
She,
I thought that was just a fairy tale.
well, it's a fairy tale that's very real. When you came into town, do you know, have you heard any talk about the Tower of Night?
Well, if you're talking about the tower that feels ominous in the distance, I remember on my way to Greenfest seeing it. And lots of town folks have been talking about lots of undead, lots and lots of different creatures out there, goblins, minotaurs.
That Countess...
What the fuck is going on?
That Countess is behind it all. She's making an army. From what we can only gather, she's attempting to wage war.
She had the hag making the sickness that's been going around, weakening defenses. We stopped that. Hey!
And we helped that druid friend we had. She helped us make a even stronger antidote to the poison that was spreading around, the curse, I should say. And other than us just doing so many different random things across the village, that was one of the major things that has happened. And now we're getting together to attempt to do what we can to stop Lefay from waging war.
Had a little jaunt in the Fey while.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was not fun.
It was actually pretty incredible there.
How so?
All the stories that they describe of it being a surreal, beautiful nightmare. True.
Imagine a place with every single shiny you could imagine, and it was simply given to you. It was both amazing and terrifying at the same time.
Colors that defy logic, crystal palace, an endless banquet of your own desires. It all comes with a price, though.
One hell of a card game.
Not a fun card game. I recommend you don't play.
As they're talking about this, I look at my drink.
Yeah.
So I guess that is a good segue. We get up to some pretty crazy shit.
It happens when you got heroes like us.
You guys,
Everything that you guys saw on your agenda come out?
Yeah. We're being forthcoming. We're seeing how
So you
crazy
now
he
know
is.
everything that there is to know about Lefay and what they know about the Wild Hunt, and you also know that there is a young green dragon nearby in the mountains.
And now that you've heard everything,
There's a little bit more, Thane. Don't be rash here.
I didn't share any of my personal stuff. So let's make that clear. None of that.
Backpedaling on everything on the table. Huh?
Yeah.
you're not a scholar.
Yeah.
Okay, come on here. You're a scholar.
I'm not a scholar. But
I'll allow it this time.
I didn't share that.
He didn't share his calling.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
All right, so then your take of him is that you know that from from their descriptions is that he is in fact a magic user, and since you haven't seen him cast, you don't really.
Yeah,
You don't
know the
you don't
depths
really
or
know the
specialization
depths,
or anything
but you
like
assume he's some sort of you assume that he's some sort of a wizard or something like that, just from like looking at him.
And bring back to recall memory. Do you carry books on you? Because I remember you were carrying
Carry
books
books
on.
in my bag, yeah.
All right, so
They're all
yeah.
pretty much on demons and devils. The hells.
Dummy's Guide to Demons and Devils.
Demons, devils, hells, heaven. The heavens.
So
as
you're
well,
going to the
for
abyss.
reason. Nonsense.
Just in case you get caught with the books.
All right.
All things celestial and otherworldly.
Angels for dummies.
Well, I have to assume you're talking with some level of truth, as absurd as all of this sounds.
It is pretty absurd.
Like with your little blight spreader druid, I still have a hard time believing she came up with some sort of treatment. But with her gone, you guys seem a little bit more legitimate.
You were with someone that's bred.
No.
That's what she said. She was like, "Hi, I'm spreading disease and flesh rot and stuff."
She was an odd duck, and she just misspoke because she saw Goliath for the first time in a long time, and she was excited. She meant she cured it.
Yeah.
Not cured it, she helped ease it and get rid of it.
She was talking about, I believe she was referring to her horrible personal hygiene. The way she took care of herself.
Well, yeah, her and her friend Thane here were a little bit overcome after that werewolf scare. So it's understandable,
Interesting.
I suppose. But that just means, what of all these problems? Sounds like you got more on your plate than you can handle.
I feel like that's a normal thing as of late.
The gods try us in many ways. They'll throw many affliction at us to try our faith. We'll come through.
A glutton for punishment.
But you, though, we got a job. We got tasks. We gotta go talk to this
Thane. He's a friend of the mayor's.
friend of the mayor's.
We have to head to his townhouse, or his family home.
He's outside of town. I want you watching our back.
You know I'm not some average treasure hunter, seeker of fortune, right? We talked about the type of work that I do.
You're a hero.
That's a very generous term.
Yeah, not quite.
He likes to throw that term. I like to think of us as killers for money.
That's a little closer. It's more like sometimes in order to get the job done, you gotta do things that are a little less heroic than you'd like.
And you'd like to be paid for those things.
Yeah. That's
much-
how this world works.
As much as he likes to inflate our influence, that's what we do. And we're pretty good at making money, to be fair.
Yeah, but recovering trinkets,
Gets you paid.
yeah, that's not just the type of work I do.
We're already hunted by a werewolf.
I'm not
Big
a
one.
I'm not a pawn shop. You know, I'm not recovering old lost treasures and
All right.
turning them in for a little coin here
All
and
right,
there.
so how about this? We're the bait for the biggest prize you've ever had. A whole pack of werewolves and their leader.
Well, I've been.
Was it not turned on?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
So I went and double check.
Okay.
So
But
thanks, Griffey.
But that's a interesting proposition. I've been thinking about your friend's little situation and about him being hunted down by werewolves. It's like, but I still need to get paid.
Phelan.
Well, if you stick around while your bait continues to be bait, we'll pay you.
That's not the problem right now. The problem is we have a goddamn undead problem, and we have a way to situate it.
That's also true. You
And I'm
can
simply-
outrun this problem on your own, or you can help us fight it. But what are you going to get paid at the end of the day?
I would just say that the greater good might be more important than gold at the moment.
Don't listen to him. We will get paid at the end of this. People will show gratitude for this sort of work.
That's,
I'm learning to appreciate the heroic. You can leverage a lot out of it.
You really have changed, haven't you, Reagan?
Yeah.
He's about the same. He just more vocal about it.
But
Well-
Phelan, what is this about werewolves hunting you down?
Well, we already went over it.
No, we didn't.
My past is coming back to haunt me. I struck a werewolf to save my master and his apprentice before I was his apprentice, and the beast remembers my face and theirs. And now him and his pack are after me and them.
And
That's
us
why I
by
said-
extension.
You by extension. That's why I said we should silver our weapons.
I had a feeling, well, you had mentioned it, but I didn't know that they were particularly after you. It's good to know.
How many weapons are we silvering? You have one.
4.
4. Okay.
One of my daggers.
400 gold worth of silver.
I'm going to grab my pitcher of beer and go stand over by the fire.
I would like to.
4,000 gold.
I would like to take a minute
4,000 silvers.
and do a history check, and just going back over his story of the werewolves and his master, and now he's being hunted, and these other werewolves are being guided by an alpha of some sort.
Okay.
I want to do like a history check to see how uncommon it is for a werewolf to gain a significant amount of control, not only of their own form, but to be able to influence other werewolves to do their bidding.
Okay.
Interesting. Good check, Alex.
Ooh, and I rolled good, and it's flat, I do believe. History, 0. 18.
It's not very common, and then it requires an especially long-lived and powerful werewolf. Something it requires. You've only heard of certain things like this happening in long,
Like ancient lore.
like long, well-established lineages of werewolves that are born werewolves versus
True
turned
Bloods kind of
werewolves.
thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that one TV show?
And even then, only it would have to be a very, very pure bloodline that can trace its lineage very close to the first werewolves.
That's very interesting. Anyway. So, yeah, if it's anything like I think it is, protecting yourselves is of paramount necessity. Number one stop should get some sword weapons.
Shouldn't be an issue. We have plenty of gold to pay for it.
Maybe something else. Maybe some other stuff to help deal with them. Other tools of the trade, as it were.
You're the expert.
I am the expert.
I lean over the fire and I speak up. Like what?
Oh, there's a number of things that would work against a werewolf like that. The older, more intelligent ones they're a little stronger and not nearly as subject to the vices of lesser, freshly made werewolves. I take history check. 18.
What are you trying to discuss?
If there's any other weapons that, aside from just silvering your weapons, any
Magic.
just like magical. Okay.
You know everything there is to know about werewolves that you can learn from the monster manual,
Okay. Yeah. So.
including some tricks about tracking them
Mhm.
and some other stuff outside of that, and like habits for layering and some of the more finer stuff that you won't. But basically, for anything like immunities, resistances, and basically everything there is to know about werewolves and what it takes to deal with them. But magic of any type is especially effective. And but the most effective thing you can do that is to kill them when they're not hybrids.
Transform.
They're just as susceptible to anything else a normal human being is outside of their hybrid form.
So the best thing is magic, and early detection is key. So if we know that you're being tracked, perhaps wards or some sort of alarm spells, things like that are really keen. So half the time when they come to attack, if an alarm goes off, they know that you've been alerted to their presence, and they'll retreat to return later. But particularly magic, more nuanced magic tends to work pretty well because they're not necessarily looking for traps. Especially the lessers, they think of themselves as bigger dogs than they really are.
But what about the big one? What do we do about the big one?
There's a reason they get big. It's not so easy. Overcome with might, strength, and outsmart them really is the best
Fill them full of
tactic.
holes.
Fill them full of holes, blast holes in them. But yeah, the best thing to do is to he's going to use his minions apparently, so finding ways to use that against him, possibly even tracking them down in their natural state, learning about them to get information on him. Work your way back up the chain. You're only the prey so long as you're the one being hunted.
I'll come back over the table, put my hands on Thane, just one on your back. And what do we do about if somebody gets bit?
I am not as strong as my master. I can't cure it like he could. Not currently. We'd have to find someone stronger. Probably a cleric of a temple could cast a greater restoration to remove the curse.
Yeah, something like that. Possibly some sort of magic item imbued with similar magics. Some sort of tonic. They're very advanced techniques, generally. It's not simple dealing with catching the affliction. Sort of just hoping you don't get bit and you don't contract the disease.
Excellent. And I take my seat again.
Basically, there is no simple cure.
Mm-hmm.
No simple cure.
Honestly, the simplest cure is killing whoever catches it before it can get out of control. Because once they have it, they're basically predestined to be a monster.
Well, as long as we have our strength, our steel, mixed in with some silver,
Might help a bit.
and our faith in the gods.
Strong chainmail.
So, now that the werewolf is discussed, we should talk about the Zimstone. Because I think that's more important than the werewolf's hunting us. Considering
What do we know about it so far?
we know nothing.
Yeah, it was last known in the ruins of Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the last I'd heard of it.
But
I have business that direction.
as do I, actually.
One second. Before we approach this whole Zinstone, are you committed to this whole paying for protection agreement? Yeah, for protect. I'm not a treasure hunter.
I'm saying if you...
I have no reason to go look for this Zinstone.
That's correct. But if you come because he's your bait and you assist us, you get a cut. That's the same as paying you.
If you don't find it and you don't get a cut,
We get nothing.
You would see this as two separate jobs. Hunting monsters requires payment, and protecting them requires payment.
so I need to get paid either way.
You are useful, but I bet we could make it without you.
Yeah, you probably could. Get bit, one of you turns on the other, start eating each other like some weird fucking...
At Pat Riken, and this is why I didn't say we should pay him. I was saying that a lot of things are going bump in the night, and we need help. And we were wondering, at least I was, if you were willing to help us.
Yeah, that's
Is
what I'm
it-
saying. He can come with us out of the goodness of his heart and get a cut.
But no, you are involving money the whole time, and that makes it all wibbly wobbly.
Perhaps.
You're hiring me for a job, not hunting the Zinstone. Protection.
Perhaps, Hargrave, you should tell us your qualifications. I mean, I've seen the work you've done firsthand and what you told us. Perhaps you should tell my treasurer what you're capable of.
Yes, what are you? Are you a fighter?
I'm a blood hunter of Errol Dune, and as I pull my neck, my cloth down on my neck, you see a tattoo of a barbed spiral on my neck that represents my clan as a blood hunter.
I probably know nothing about blood hunters, right?
No, not really.
I've slayed werewolves, monsters of the night. I was trained in Errol Dune. You saw me cut down a werewolf right in front of you. I don't know what else I need to prove.
You don't.
Well, I don't know.
I'm offering you a position and a cut. And in the end, you get your quarry too.
You're offering me a cut of something that might not occur.
Possibly.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. Friggin' I get a cut for protecting you. A cut of a paycheck, which is basically you're paying me.
No.
Consider it overhead for your job.
No. But I'll give you a sign-on bonus. We're not going to give you a regular pay. You'll get a cut if you come with us.
A sign-on bonus.
Let's call it that, yeah.
Why not just nix the minx word in here and all your little trickery and just pay me for the job, talking straight. Pay me for the job. No fancy sign-on bonus, contract, subtext. That's not how this works. You pay me for protection, I protect. You live, none of you transforms into monsters and eats each other. Everybody's happy.
Alright, so
Guy's a wuss.
you're convinced you're not going to get money for the finding the stone?
It doesn't matter what you get paid for this other job. Me protecting you is a flat rate. If you get a million gold for this stupid rock, whatever it is, friggin' you keep your million, but I get paid. You don't find your rock, I still get paid.
Alright, fine. But you get no cut.
Very well. I don't need a cut.
There we
That's
go.
not what I'm going there for.
Problem solved. What's your rate?
Well, how long are you planning on this to take?
The Zinstone will probably take at most, I imagine, 3 to 5 days, a week at most.
That's the travel time there to Warren, 3 days, right?
To get to Warren, if you're riding by horse, less than that, maybe a day,
Okay.
2 days. It's across the plains. It's wide open space.
I'm giving time for us to find the gentleman by the name of Thane, do that, then the time to take over there, then to get the stone, and I would like to include the time of us may or may not attacking Lefay.
7 days.
7 days? Alright. Say 150 gold.
Yeah, here's 200 gold.
Alright, sign-on bonus it is.
Don't die. Or do, I didn't get my money back.
Or if you die.
You get plenty of money. That's true.
You get a sign-on bonus.
But I'll kill whatever killed you.
Thank you.
Vengeance.
Go
Vengeance. As far as subclauses, you get a subclause of vengeance.
Subclause.
Consider it an insurance policy.
Vengeance Incorporated.
Right there.
Which ones have lead, which ones don't.
Yeah,
I have more left.
She gave
yeah,
me
mana has
I know
lead.
we have a bunch.
Now throw that pencil at that.
But you should know, to become a blood hunter, you're not an amateur. It's like a title, like an officer rank. You don't become a general by being a putz.
So what, do you just throw blood
So I reach my
around?
hand into the bag of holding, come out with a little purse with 200 gold.
You should know I'm only signing on to this because you guys seem legitimate. with your being a magician and such.
That's it.
Taking you seriously.
Magician. Entertaining at parties.
About what time of day is it?
He's like, look, there's something behind your ear. No,
Yeah.
It's a demon.
it's a demon. Yeah.
You-
Sitting and drinking and negotiating, doing everything. You guys have had at least like 3 hours pass through the towards the evening. So
after the job is done, though, when we part ways, if you guys get any funny ideas, just know if you come and try and cut off this deal, it's a mistake.
What, like for the 200 gold?
Yeah.
That's not very much gold. We don't care.
Yeah, that's what you say now, as I put the bag away.
yeah.
I told you, we make a lot more money than you might expect doing what we do.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of money you're making.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the team.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I belong to a team.
It's called Exodus.
Now you gotta.
It's a silly name.
Yeah. Now you gotta understand. All right. Being hired on with us. All right. You get to become an honorary member of Exodus.
So Arlen comes over. Now, guys, how's everybody doing here? I warm up some potato soup that'd be quick enough for you guys if you like to eat dinner. It's
Okay.
getting late into the day.
That would be excellent. Get a bowl
So a
for
side of bread, maybe a cheese wedge. We'll good to go.
get a bowl for all of our Exodus members.
Okay.
Yes.
So he goes in the
With a
back
glass of
behind
warm
the
milk.
bar, through the swinging door.
Sir.
And
Now,
he's already gone.
He'll be back
He's
for
already
your
gone.
milk.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All the cows got skin rot.
He
Bunch
puts
of
in his
bull
earbuds.
cows.
No, just kidding.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to have a little bit of
We call them magic
input on
fruits.
how we run things. Keep this ship tight.
of course, as a subject matter expert on the werewolves and all the supernatural stuff out there, I definitely do expect your input on everything going on. Our
Yeah,
traveling
Experts on werewolves, but I mean basically everything supernatural. You know about
Undead.
whites, undead in
Fae.
general, fey creatures.
like how I shouldn't swim in this lake during a full moon because
Yeah.
like there's dead babies in there or some shit. You
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
How you don't say, hi, my name's Thalen, into
Yeah.
the forest where
Yeah.
the Fae is?
Live creatures, fiends.
Demons.
Banshees, something.
Demons,
Oh,
devils.
That's more into the spirits and stuff. Is more into the other
Ooh, okay.
specialties.
Yeah.
He knows a little bit because they're educated on as much as they can. Most people know that about blood hunters. They know that they're basically experts on hunting down the supernatural for the most part, but stranger creatures as well. Very rare supernatural creatures in the world that they're kind of experts on taking out.
And Lumi, are you going to continue along with us, or do you have other plans here in town?
Can I enjoy your survival?
No. I would much rather join you guys again. You guys are very much something I need to have right
Just
now.
do it, man.
Might as well.
It's like a band-aid. It's better if you just...
Everybody chat shame him.
Shame.
Ruining
Yeah,
the
they
ambience.
don't need your encouragement. I get shamed on a daily basis, which I have done. So
And it sounds like
Fair.
if you're trying to get something, you know I could be of assistance with that.
We'll need your help. So, let us have dinner, and then it's probably too late to go see him tonight, so we should probably go in the morning. Just try to find
Well, you
Faye.
weren't even sure if he was here yet either.
We just know that he was a...
Well, you know where his family's home is, but you don't know if he's in the area.
Very
The last time the mayor
shame.
saw him was like a month ago.
Papa Swollen says shame.
I saw
Last
that.
seen, Old
Pop
Mayor's family home. He's a man of about 40 to 50, dark hair, tattoo, a visible tattoo, and heavy black coat. Across the
With a
creek
wide
woods.
brimmed large black hat with a feather in it.
across the quest. Let us eat, visit this family home, see if he's there, and if not, we'll head to the ruins. I feel the Zenstone is a time-sensitive thing, considering we may or may not have an undead army slowly making its way to Greencrest.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something else you guys need to do?
Silver weapons, check on Lynn.
Mhm.
Probably talk to the alchemist. Riken, you got any business in town? I know you kind of showed up, but today.
I'm,
God damn it.
No, I don't think so.
Lumi, you got all your business taken care of in town?
Oh, yes. I was waiting for your arrival. I might want to get some rest. So I think I'm just going to rest.
Thane, do you have anything to do in town?
I have to get my sword silvered, and then that's it. I feel we should make haste.
Yeah, we should.
I feel like everything's teetering on the edge, and everything we do now is either hurting or helping us.
I hand you guys 2 of my daggers. Silver these. Going.
That's more money. All right.
Both. Metagamer over here, bud.
Someone's greedy.
It's not metagaming. It's a fact. More steel with more silver is more money.
That's fair.
1d4, another d4. Why not just one rapier for 1d8? All right, yeah, we'll get that done. Is it too late to go see the blacksmith?
Yeah, for sure.
I know it's too late. It'll probably be rude if we go. But we can still go.
You good?
Time is of the essence.
Okay.
I mean, it's not dark yet. It's getting late. So
So
it's dinner time for the most part.
Yeah.
For most people.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
get your order in, dude. Just
Yeah,
get your
I'm going
order
to put my order in.
all right.
I'll tag along because
So,
I have to go get
I
my
reach into the
cane.
bag of holding. Take out how many weapons we got? We got 2 daggers, sword. So that's 4.
4?
4 weapons.
Full 5.
5.
5.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't need enough.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, so just 4.
4.
Just 4.
So 4. Didn't we get like a box of 1,000 silver?
Well, you need actually 4,000 silver for that. But yes, I'll give you 400 gold, and you can buy it. The blacksmith, you should have raw materials lying around. And if not, come back with the silver. He wants some money.
Alright, I'll go with you.
All right, yeah.
Well, are you guys gonna try to silver the weapons yourselves?
No.
No, we're gonna go visit the blacksmith.
Oh,
I'm giving
They were
him-
saying like if he didn't have silver on hand to
Oh.
silver the weapon.
Yeah.
oh.
we have the gold costs, no problem.
All right. With that, I take the money. Are you coming, Reagan?
No, I'm tired.
All right. Lemmy, you want to go for a walk? Or you just want to rest?
I just want to rest.
Hargrave, you're a subject matter expert. You
Yeah.
want to come?
Doesn't take a subject matter expert to silver the weapon.
Well, I want to. Well, what if we're getting cheated?
That's a finance problem, not a slaying monsters problem.
I like him.
All
If
right.
it costs more than the 400 gold I've given you, he's charging too much.
I have something I need to take care of anyway.
All right. Me and you, Thalen.
Let's go. We'll leave the other ones to rest.
We make our way out into the darkness, or the closing evening.
The darkness.
The darkness.
The dog. Dog.
I lick my bowl clean. I finish my pitcher.
Pop swollen.
Potato soup's actually pretty good.
I know. Yeah, I could go for some potato soup right now.
Yeah.
Dennis? Dennis?
Denny's?
Dennis?
Denny's? Denny's looking at the camera in the audience.
We
Denny's?
haven't gone in a while. We should probably do
I'm totally down. I don't care about sleep tonight.
Do you need to drive home? But at the same time,
He's Denny's.
Are you
Denny's.
just to come back up here for tomorrow's session 0?
I forgot my medicine at home.
Rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
So that just makes it worse.
Well, you can just
If I
Discord in, I guess. We'll
if
talk
I
about it
don't-
later.
yeah, if I don't do the pain medicine,
Why don't we just do it tomorrow?
Huh?
Why don't we just do Denny's tomorrow?
No.
we do both.
Yeah, we could do both.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's my
It
cheat.
is on his way out of town, technically.
Out of character. Tomorrow's my cheat
Either
days,
way.
guys.
You
Give me
can
a
move
time.
your cheat day to today and
No.
call tomorrow good.
Either way.
No.
That's
Yeah.
how this works.
So we won't get to Denny's.
Alright, so
Denny's till tomorrow.
You
anyway.
leave and is it just it's just you two going,
Yeah,
right?
just us two.
Yeah, just us two.
So you both leave and you head over to Briston's Ironworks, and you don't see anybody outside or anybody working, but you can see that there's lights on inside in the house side of the blacksmith.
Swollen shame me with bits. You're shaming me with bits. This has gone too far.
He pelted you with
Yeah, it's
Nice.
like when some jerks like driving
let's keep that
bad
let's
and
keep
they
that
throw
role
points
playing
out the
going.
window.
Shame.
Don't shame me. Don't throw
Throw
your
his
pennies
at
at me. Bits.
It hurts him physically. You're actually hurting his feelings. It's a tangible
Yeah,
effect.
a little bit. Yeah, like you're willing to spend bits to shame me. That hurts my feelings.
Shame.
Words cost nothing. And you're like, no, you're a piece of shit.
He just walked up and slapped you with money.
Yeah.
It's like throwing change at a stripper.
So, yeah, God, I'm dancing.
Feel something.
But as you approach, you can hear that there's kind of a commotion on the inside of the house, and it sounds like Hannah and her father are having some sort of dispute inside their home. They're arguing.
Perhaps they would appreciate a familiar dragonborn face to knock,
Yes, that'll cool.
especially since it's dark
Gotta
out.
cool any argument.
Paladin.
Hey, I got work for
I
you.
hike up my cloak and just kind of hide to the side, waiting for the dragonborn to knock.
I'll knock. Paladins. Port of domestic violence.
Doing a wellness check.
Surprisingly, they don't think you're funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Because I don't think I'm funny either. Open this door.
He said it in his character voice. It happened. It's
Yeah,
canon.
it's
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah. So you just hear a voice from the inside. What? Who? From where?
I start laughing. That's how far he is. Open the door.
You hear like some whispering for a second, and then you hear the door open and Briston standing there. Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?
Oh, sure is cold out here. Can we come in?
He like puts his hand outside. He's like, okay. And, yeah, come on in.
All right, well, I go on
So
in.
you go in, and it's they have a nice little like open hearth stone like oven and a lot of dinnerware and a nice table not set for like dinner set for plates or anything, but it looks like they're about to sit down and have dinner. They have a nice little pot filled with food in the middle and some like bread and some other things on the table. And Hannah's over in the corner like near this looks like sort of like a sink, and she's kind of just like scrubbing like some clothing and stuff and muttering to herself, and so he offers you a seat and pulls one out for you. Nice heavy and sturdy chair.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'll take a seat then. Hopefully it's close to the oven.
Kind of, yeah, sure. It's nearby.
I grumble a little bit.
So he just kind of stands, puts his hands like on the back of the chair, still pushed in, and he's like just looking at you.
We got into town today, and we got caught up with some personal business, but we do have a special order. I was hoping you could deliver for us.
You and everybody else in the town.
Now, I know everybody's got their needs right now. Ours is of a different material. As I motion to Thane, the weapon.
Still outside.
Are you
So he
still
was hiding.
outside?
I walked
He wasn't
in.
invited in. He was hiding. He said,
You
"I'm
did
going
put
down
up
the
your
corner."
hood.
I didn't. I put up my
Yeah,
hood
right.
and waited by the side. I was like, just in case he gets yelled at. I'm not getting yelled at today.
Exactly.
And so he was like, you can come in. I was like, oh, shit, man.
And he was under the impression Alfarius was the only
Yeah.
one there.
I'm a respectable member of society.
Yeah.
right?
Not some socially awkward weirdo.
I'm just tired of getting yelled at. I'm just like, no. Yeah, so I'm not in there.
All right.
You're like, Thane? You hear another knock at the door.
Thane. Dragonborn eyes.
It's just like, come in.
Sorry.
Why are you standing outside like some weirdo trying to rob me?
I got lost on the road of life, and I apologize.
He just shakes his head.
So dramatic.
I'll flip your hood down and swirl your
Oh,
hair.
I did.
I don't know what I did wrong to end up here.
The point is I'm a busy man right now. The order of the mayor and the guard captain is that everything is to be made, and the effort at the upcoming battles to take precedence over anything else.
Now, we have something that could really help the war effort out. We're going out on a mission real soon, all right? Hopefully, I lean in real close, because this is confidential information, all right? I got to have your word you're not going to spread this.
Okay.
There may be a weakness in the enemy's army. Now, before we go back outside of town, the weapons sailing?
I reach in and I pull out 2 daggers, and you have your sword already.
Yep.
And then I pick up my cane. We need these silvered.
So you takes a minute to look at the weapons. It's at least a week's worth of work inlaying and silvering the weapon. All of them together. It's at least a week's worth of work. I can't spare that kind of time and that attention to individual weapons.
How about this?
I mean, you may be able to do what you're saying that you can do, but may versus making sure that the people who will be defending the town when she finally attacks, the forces come, it has to take priority. The men need fresh armor, refitted with leather, and they need new weapons that need to be sharpened, and I don't have the time. I can't take the time right now.
Now, I don't know blacksmithing, right? But perhaps you could just melt a giant pot of silver or something and just dip these daggers in them as I make a intimidation check.
Yeah, it's average.
Yeah, 12.
It's not that simple. I can't just dip it in. It has to be, the weapons have to be through and through, they have to be smelted, and they have to be reforged with it inside the weapon.
Fucking hell. What about some arrow tips or something? Could you do just a quick batch of arrow tips?
I could possibly smith you some silver arrows. I could maybe get that done tomorrow, possibly.
If you already have the molds for making the arrows and whatnot already, you just pour silver in them, right? You get them done by tomorrow?
Possibly. It's dealing with silver isn't the same as dealing with steel. It's far more malleable and it's not as sturdy. It takes extra work and extra precision. It also requires different heating materials, and most of which I have most material that I even have on hand has been dedicated to support for the troops, and it's been used. I'm running low. There hasn't been a new shipment through the past, or people haven't made it here. All the goods that I have, I really need to make sure I reserve everything I need to fix and mend and supply and arm the people who will be here fighting. There's no more shipments coming through. Everything's been cut off, and we haven't heard anything from the other towns for weeks. So what you'd basically be asking me to do is to put your efforts, your word, in front of making sure we have a fighting force capable of defending Greencrest and their needs.
You feel my hand on your shoulder, Arius, as I lean down and whisper to you. A stage whisper. I agree with him. All of us are skilled. We have magic. We have a silver weapon. We can defend ourselves. I would honestly rather have the town crafted. If our arrows is one sword, that's one individual who dies with nothing in his hand. I don't know about you, but I would sooner prefer to die with something in my hand trying to defend myself, even if I don't know how, than to run and die in fear.
You're the one who told me we needed this material.
I said it was important, and I believe with how things are going, how dark the times are now, that I agree with the blacksmith. I think it's more important that the town gets that time. Now that our suspicions have been confirmed and magic can harm them, I believe that we have the necessary capabilities on our own. I would not want to take away from the blacksmith any more than he already has been.
I won't take away from your time, blacksmith. What was his name again? I thought you.
Smithy.
I know Hannah. I know Hannah, his daughter. Smithy. I know Hannah, his daughter.
Smithers.
Smitty.
Smithers.
It's not Smitty.
Smithers.
It's starts with a B.
It's Briston.
Briston. There we go. I say Brictus in my head.
Well, that's his last name. It's either way.
Smithers.
Go by
Most people address him by Briston, so it's fine.
I look at Briston and apologize for having wasted a bit of your time.
It's not a waste. I'm busy. I can't justify putting the needs of your group, regardless of what you've done for the town and what you can do.
I understand.
They have to be armed, and not only that, but you don't have the authority to tell me that what the mayor wants or what the guard captain needs isn't as much of a priority. Like, if you come to me with permission from them or some order saying that this is essential, then it would be a different story.
It's fine. We will make do with what we have. Thank you for your time.
No, I came here my own end, so. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Doing a great service for this town.
Doing the best that I can. Myself and my resentful daughter, both of us together. And she just kind of groans, says something under her breath. We're doing the best that we can. We don't have much of a hope without assistance from the other cities or from someone else, but from what I understand, it doesn't look like we'll be getting it anytime soon. So we're on our own.
I give Thalen a long sidelong look, like, what does that look like? Do we tell him that there ain't gonna be help coming?
You see me smile lightly and go, I've seen the people of Greencrest and how things are going. I believe that we can get through this together.
Well, that's the hope. Then you hear Hannah. And even with all of that, Father, you still won't allow me to fight, regardless of the fact that everybody here might die anyways. I just don't understand. And he just kind of grunts and shakes his head, and things are all right.
Good.
Well, thank you for letting me in your home this evening. Bless you for what you're doing for this town.
Well, hopefully Parathor can protect us and find some way to assure us victory or grant us victory in some small manner or some large manner possibly.
Well, I stand up and I make the leave. Sir, I look over to Hannah washing dishes. Ma'am?
She's just angry, just over there.
Yep.
Slamming stuff, cloth, throwing it down.
I bow lightly down and say, again, thank you for letting us in your home this late at night.
That's good. Like I said, if you change your minds, you come back with a written order saying that this is essential and that it takes priority, then I can begin on work. But it's still a week's worth of work to silver the weapons.
I'm already making my way to leave.
Yeah. So he opens the door and closes it behind you as you leave.
Thalen, you did come, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, you didn't just put your cloak on and just like sit at the table.
Thank you so much for your time.
He's like, how did they see me?
Don't move. They can't see me.
I mastered the art of standing so
The audience can't see you, that's for sure.
Alright, so I just like, I don't know, I go like cursing down the street, just fucking God. Ow!
Meanwhile, at the tavern, I'm pretty sure we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the tavern. With the dusty dog.
I'll tell Thane about how the gods will put afflictions upon us to test our faith and not give us the tools we need. But it's all a trial, Thane. It's all a trial.
Honestly, with the group of individuals we have, no matter our faults or our problems, our obsession over gold or our obsession of being heroes, I think that
It's the whole point. It's the purpose. Your purpose is to be a slave, Jen.
I feel that all of us together, we have a chance of doing this where no others can.
Oh, we got a shot. What do the streets look around us? Are they like...
Oh, they're pretty much empty, aside from guard patrols.
They lifted the curfew, right? Or-
No.
No, it's not even been a day yet.
Yeah, they haven't even
they
really
haven't gotten
started
a chance to-
administering the cure and stuff yet, or the antidotes.
Okay.
They do anything
And they
like...
still have a large portion of the town to like go through before they just start letting people walk around again.
Gotcha.
There's a great deal of people during the day. It's far busier. People are out actually working and helping build the fortifications and stuff, and they've enlisted
I
all
got
the
you.
help they can.
Like 10
But at night,
10
everybody's
feet. Stay away.
Beast.
Did they mark any of like the doors or anything? For,
No, everybody just
like
kind of
victims?
everybody just kind of knows to avoid the slummier part of town because that's where it's all concentrated near the Temple of Parador.
It's terrible.
Well, then, let's head back, get a good night's rest, and then hopefully solve this problem.
You guys go back to the Dusty Dog then?
Sure do.
Alright, so you guys go back to the Dusty Dog and find basically everybody's sitting there. Lumi's happy; she has her milk, and there's food ready and more, and everybody's just kind of hanging out, minding their own business.
Yeah, we walk up.
So, fruitful.
No.
Dead man walking. Well, not if I have anything to say about it.
I hope you keep me alive. Okay, you do it at the very least.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder now, but
Absolutely,
Oh.
but that's fine. We still have magic.
if it
Right?
was easy, everyone would be a blood hunter.
But now it's time. We need to focus on finding the Zinstone.
Yes, you need to focus on that.
So the question is: do we visit the mayor's friend, or do we go right to the ruins, where we believe the item is?
We're gonna check out the house first.
Check out his family home.
Yeah. It's right outside town.
I think then we should head to bed, wake up in the morning, and get this taken care of.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
I do need the rest.
You think, as I'm talking to us, Thayuin and Riken,
Mhm.
you think Lynn's gonna be all right down at the church?
I imagine she's probably going to be very busy for the next couple of days.
Yeah, she's probably got her hands full.
All right.
We'll check on her in the morning. I have to go by the church at some point.
As for a blessing for our venture,
No,
I didn't take you as a holy man. I don't see any symbols.
No, I'll be stopping in at their library, actually. The Zenstone has a piece of... They have to know something about it, I assume. I don't know.
The altars and the within the temple are also great for praying, right?
Yeah, they are. Their libraries are good for learning, which, you know...
So it's good to ask for absolution.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I might catch fire, friend.
what do you mean?
I mean, I've led a bad life.
Well-
Hey, Riken.
Knowledge is one thing, but the grit to carry out what you know is a totally different matter. You can know all the things well, as a magic caster, that probably helps a little bit, but you gotta have determination. A will.
I'm gonna go find out if anyone in there knows anything about the Zenstone that could help.
They know. We've discussed this with the mayor's wife. They know nothing. No one in the town knows anything.
Well, maybe they'll be more willing to talk to us.
The Zinstone was a heavily guarded secret.
Still, it's worth a question. And we'll check on our friend. See if all that work we went through and
I would just.
death of a friend was worth it.
I'm just a little hesitant just in case Lefay has any ears in the temple or around town that might hear what we're asking.
Oh, did you tell him that?
What?
About the mayor's suspicion about having spies in the town? Is Reagan even aware of that?
Haven't told them.
I know that
good
the
reason.
guys who went with us were trying to kill us. So
Actually,
already know.
that's fair. I forgot about that, but thank you for bringing it up. And I go, and Reagan, we talked with the mayor, and he believes that there are ears in the village for her.
Well, of course there are. They sent those guards were sent to murder us on the road.
That could have been anything else. He believes that they're connected to Lefay.
Okay, but how would someone in the temple be connected?
You know, when I charged you
Sending
150
the
gold, I didn't realize everyone and their mom was out to kill you all.
We did.
How many enemies do you have?
All of them, really.
But no,
we can't step through a doorway without making someone want to murder us.
Not enough enemies to where you can't still get a good night's rest. I started taking my plate mail off next to the fire.
And I speak up and go,
10 minutes.
this is a small town. One person knows, everybody knows.
All right. Well,
If one person knows, he will tell one other person he believes they can hold the secret, and then it spreads like wildfire. That's half of my business.
the mayor knows.
The mayor knows.
His wife will know then,
Yes.
which means their guards will know.
Actually, they don't know.
Do you know that?
That's what the mayor told me.
Ugh.
Adding to it
If
doesn't
he's
help.
already got a spy in his house, there's not much we can do after he's already been told.
I'm just saying that information is what I do. It's what bards do. Traveling information, spreading it.
I'll take your word for it, but at the same time, we need information before we just
And
walk
that's
into
where
the
we're
den.
going.
Right, we're gonna talk to him.
We're going to Thane. From what the mayor told me, he knows. Not knows, but he will know more than anyone else in the town. And that's why we're going there. We're going there for information. To spread information. And if one person says it to the right person who's listening, Lefay knows. And then our job to get the Zinstone suddenly gets harder.
What if he's a spy?
That just defeats the purpose. It's not about what is and what can. It's about preventing what will.
Alright, well, it's the same risk. If we're gonna ask him questions, or if we ask someone in the church, we could ask them both.
Reagan, you don't seem like a dumb man, so forgive me for intruding on your little conversation, but perhaps he can ask without directly saying what it is he's looking for.
And I was going to their library first.
I just know how information is spread, and I know how it can change, and it can spread fast. Even someone asking you about something that isn't there makes people wonder what could be there.
People are already there.
And then, but it's a problem when the people who have saved the town and the people who are a real threat to her start looking for something.
Alright.
And that's where I would just say it's dangerous.
Everything we do is dangerous.
And let's not make that danger more.
Let's not turn the people of the town into enemies of suspicion.
We already know that they are enemies from what the mayor has said. We already know that people know things. People are listening.
Listen, it's like the oath we took within Exodus. We know some of us have darkness in us, a horrible past. But we swore that we would never turn on each other. I would never turn on the trust of this town.
We said each other. We weren't including the town.
It's the same principle with me.
And again, I still want to protect the town. And preventing Lefay from knowing that we may be looking for the Zinstone, I think, is a good idea. We can argue about what ifs, and yes, maybe she does know.
I'm certain she does.
Wasn't your friend
be certain
already?
of it.
Wasn't your friend already at those rooms looking for something?
Yes.
No, when we walked by, we saw nothing but a couple of abandoned camps and some tents, but we never got close.
The relic is probably there. This is the reason I am in the town. It's the whole reason I came here. That's why I was sent here. It's because something was found. And I'm here to investigate it. And I was just asking for caution. So what if the mayor may may have told the guard. Let us not increase it. It's odds, it's chance, it's like gambling. We want to stack the cards in our favor. We never want to give someone else up.
That's why we need the information that might be in there. Risk
Do
worth
you-
reward.
And it's not worth the risk.
It's always been entertaining watching you guys argue back and forth.
What do you think, Lumi?
It's irrelevant. I have said what I believe. Now it is the rest of the party's decision to weigh in their options, since a decision cannot be made. What says you?
I want to know Lumi's opinion. You've been gone for a while.
Yeah, not a lot of people know I'm back. Ish.
Think
Um, So we're trying to find information about a relic. You want to go to the library and find out. I know you don't want anybody else finding out.
It's the same. It's the reason we don't talk about things is to prevent people from knowing.
No, I absolutely agree, but you guys do forget what I do for a living, right? Well, what I like to do.
No.
Break in and steal.
Find blinkies.
Still don't know what that is.
It's various things of my that spark my attention. That's what it is. But I can go with Reagan. I definitely have heard some people talking. I can definitely try and see and hear. Do you guys suspect of the mayor? Or his men? Or his wife? I could try and listen in.
All of them.
At this point, we know where the item may be. We know someone who can give us information. I don't see any other reason for much. We have point A and point B. To risk other things is to give away your winning hand.
Reagan, didn't you say there was anything else you wanted to do in the library?
If they don't have information about the stone, they might have information about the temple and how secure it's locked away. Traps, designs, puzzles, clues, rituals.
It is true that
we don't know how to get to the stupid thing, and my Amarith has been there for over a month now with no word. She's either dead or stuck in there. Probably both.
We could always talk to, or you two could always talk to some of the members of the clergy. If any of them are familiar with the old temple, they may know where the entrance is and what's down there, or at least where things should be at.
The entrance should be easy to find. We'll just track Amarith's party. They found it.
it is true that some facts and information can be gleaned from lore and stories about places. Maybe in religious terminologies, it's like, oh, those who enter get burned, but there happens to be a fire trap in the front of the building. So, it may be worth investigating, maybe not the Zen stone in particular, but information about the temple, and it does make sense that another temple would keep records of a fallen temple.
You just have hesitation. The old saying goes, loose lips sink ships.
I don't think this ship is sound anymore.
Then
We should be gathering supplies, not worrying about patching holes.
I'm just trying to prevent the holes.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's the waste of time. There's too many lips, too many ears. We need to just gather everything as fast as possible and go.
At that point, we should just leave then, if time is that much of an essence, which I agree. But that's my belief.
I don't want to walk in blind.
And that's why we're going to see Thane.
Okay.
Thane knows about the stone. He doesn't know about the temple.
Well, that's an assumption. You may know about the temple. Especially if that's where you guys think that the stone is.
This is all assumptions. So, at this point, do as you will. I have said what I believe, and it's now up to you guys to decide.
I'm going to the temple in the morning.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, just try and play it close to the chest, if you insist.
I am.
have some tact.
Don't I always?
You're pretty charismatic.
very, very unique tag.
Yeah. You're pretty charismatic, Riken. I think you got this.
Not just because your stats say so.
I'll be fine. I'm good at charming people. I don't need you to be my friend. What do you bring to the table that you're not already bringing?
A desire not to run.
I know, because you want to be the hero. I don't have to force that out of you.
No.
See? Did it already. I'm awesome.
But no. I have said my piece. If that is your problem, be with it.
Yeah, we're going to the temple in the morning. You guys can go to that tower and talk to the wizard.
It's not a
I
tower,
can
it's a
catch up.
home.
Whatever, I can catch up to you.
All right, then.
So that's your plan then?
Yeah.
That's our plan.
Riken goes in the morning to the clergy to glean through their books for
Me too.
anything relating to the temple, along
I'm
with
going
Lumi.
with Riken.
And then the three of you go to Thane's family home
Sure are.
to see if he's there, or are you going to Vanna's first?
Ooh, let's go to Vanna's first, and then go
What are
outside.
we trying to get from
Yeah.
Bonos first?
Vanna.
Has got a
If
job
this-
we gotta collect on, for one.
Oh, there's that.
We
If
never
this,
grabbed anything of hers.
What? Well, yeah, we did. We collected everything from her list. With Elaine's help.
Yeah, with
And,
Dimble.
Dimble.
Oh, Dimble, there you go. Yeah. I couldn't remember if we did
He
that.
filled your guys' order from his personal stash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stash.
Yeah.
You put your weed.
So we'll stop at Bonos then. Fulfill that, and then maybe...
she may know whether or not actually if
Yeah, because Thane visits Thana. Yep. You're right.
because if wizard needs supplies, there's only one place in town.
You're right. Let's go talk.
Also, it'd be a good place to check for possibly alarm spells or something we could use to help keep
Weapons
friend
to
alive.
break through magical defenses.
Potions of healing.
Potions of healing.
Potions of
Yeah.
healing.
All of them. Buy all of them. I'm there. I'm going with you. First stop, then we'll split up.
Yeah.
First, then we'll split. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody
a
goes
plan.
to Vanna's first.
Yeah.
This is the ritual.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you make your plans and settle in for the night, you head to your assigned rooms. They add your room to their tab.
I would like to stay up just a little longer than everyone else and watch for Cat Girl to go to sleep.
Okay.
All right. Well, I pick up all my shit, all my plate mail that I took off.
Okay.
And I go up to my room. Good night.
Yeah, I head to my room to go to bed.
Does my room have a window?
Two. Do you want a room with a window?
Yes, I want a room
Sure.
with a window.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I'm out.
So I follow as I see her go up to her room. I follow her.
Do I notice he's following me?
What's your... Well, he's not very stealthy, so yes.
Being subtle.
I just let him do what he wants. He can follow me.
You go into your room, you close the door.
Yeah, I close the door.
And I would like to walk up quickly as she goes to close the door and catch the door.
Okay.
And I lean in. Young woman.
So why are you following me? What's your motive?
I was standing
I
around.
don't like you.
Yeah, I caught that. I was standing around. I'm not stupid. I get you have a chip on your shoulder
Well, that's good. Glad you know.
because your friend
What do you want?
died.
What do you want?
I just wanted to let you know. I've been nice to everybody up until now. You know, some people I don't necessarily take seriously, but even a young woman such as yourself throwing threats around, you need to be careful.
What threats have I thrown around?
I take the other hand, I run it across my throat.
Out of character. That was just something funny. I
What?
didn't do that in game.
What? No, you always said it. You said I slit a
Oh,
dude's throat.
sorry. That
I slit his throat to win.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, very aggressively.
No, sorry.
You're like,
Sorry.
as in, like,
I
I'll
thought you
slit
meant-
your throat if I have, a bad day.
Oh, I thought you meant when they were talking about stuff.
No, I'm talking. This is
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
This is us.
Okay.
You got beef with me, bro.
I'm just telling the truth. Last time I saw a Goliath like yourself, I had to kill him.
Yeah,
I
that
had
was
no choice.
telling the truth and oversharing. One
Okay.
could take that as a threat, which is exactly what I took it as. So I'm going to dismiss it this one time. Because I I overheard them talking about Luthok and your dead friend. You seemed upset. But you go around throwing threats like that around.
Why, did you have something to do with Luthok's death?
I don't even know who this Luthok guy is, really. But you go around throwing threats like that around.
If you think that's a threat, then you're a fairly entertaining fella.
Oh, I'm just not stupid. And upset people can do reckless things. I'm just saying for your own sake, you might want to keep that in check.
Nope.
If you don't, you'll see what happens as I slam the door shut. And I go to my room.
Okay.
I kind of... funny guy.
I go to bed.
I would like to sneak out, and I would like to try and go into the temple.
Okay.
I would like to try and go into their libraries
Okay.
and try and gather information so we can hurry this up.
Okay. Get a stealth check.
Yes, sir. Stealthy. Ah, I get to be my rookie stealthy. 15.
15? That's it, 15?
Just roll 5.
I rolled a 5 plus 10.
Bummer. Yeah. Bummer.
I know. Shit rolls.
Oh, dang.
Stealthy.
That's totally right within being the range of being able to be caught. That was a bad roll.
Well,
but yeah, so you slip out you open up the window real quick, you take a look around the street, it's empty, you see a couple of guard patrols a little bit further down, but you clamber down, silent as the night, and cross over to the alley and make your way towards the temple. When you arrive at the temple, you see it's crowded. There's tons of people like living right outside the steps, sleeping outside. It doesn't have any guards. You don't see any of the clergymen, but the doors are open, and it seems like people are passing in and out. They might be like trying to feed some of the sick and help maintain their health as best as they can.
I kind of try to blend in with the crowd and just kind of blend, like disguise myself as I'm one of them trying to go in, like pretending.
Do you have a disguise kit that you're gonna take time to do, or what are you doing?
I do. I just forgot how to use a disguise kit. Let me get
Like, are you trying to completely hide yourself as being a tabaxi, or what are you doing?
No, just. Well, yes, I should. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, because you can't just disguise it. You're a cat. It's a little harder.
Cat. I just know I have my hood. Well, I want to try and get my tail.
You're just trying to blend in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's night. It's dark. I'm just trying to use my hoodie. I have my tail around my hand.
So, what exactly are you trying to do, Amanda?
I'm trying to sneak. I'm trying to blend in with the crowd, pretend I'm one of the sick people.
Yeah, that's where I was like,
Yeah.
what exactly are you trying to do?
Okay.
Wow.
You walk up and, you walk in, nobody pays you any mind whatsoever. You just kind of go in.
Kind of slip by.
Yeah.
Try and see the surroundings, because I know I've never been here. Try and open, well, not open rooms. I'm trying to. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. When I'm pretending to cough, I'm just like, I go up to one of the sick people.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sleep without reading a story. Where's your library? Where's the library in here?
And the guy says, hey, the gentleman, the older gentleman, I don't know. Can you leave me be? I'm just trying to heal.
Okay. I go up to someone who looks like they're a clergy or they're acolytes, part of the temple.
Okay.
Tell them the same thing. I really gotta. I really need to read a book. I can't sleep. I need distraction. Where's your library?
So he looks at you and he's like, "Why don't you just take a seat,
No, I'm
Miss?
okay.
You need to. If you're sick, then you need to rest, and we'll attend to get you the antidote as soon as possible."
It's okay. Heal to the others. I just need a book. I need a really good.
I'm sorry, I don't have to facilitate. You're gonna have to wait like anybody else does. If you really need to, then you should probably go home. You should rest if you have a home.
Well,
If you plan on staying here, we could try to find you some blankets and a place to lay that's your own, but I don't have the time. And he just turns away from you and goes back to administering water to the sick people, the patients.
God. And I say softly to myself, God damn people with green cares.
And you look over across the pews and the tables of worship and stuff, and through the cloths that are hanging each one of them has a symbol of the different gods. You hear the door open first, and then you see through it. You see a door off to the side that you've seen before, open and close, and that individual comes through. Another one of the members of the church.
I want to try and walk by him, like pretend I'm like really sick that I'm like stumbling, and I want to try and see if he has keys.
Okay, make a performance check.
Performance 0.
Oh no.
Because you're not bard.
12.
12? I mean, you bump into him for a second. Are you trying to search him for keys, or are you going to lift them?
I'm gonna take whatever. I'm gonna take keys.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
Hey, that's
Oh!
30. Natural 20.
I mean, yeah, you get his you get a small ring of keys, and you also get like 5 gold pieces and a torn up like old letter. It's kind of worn out.
Out of curiosity, when I see the letter, I just want to take a quick moment to read it.
Okay. It looks like it's a really old letter. Probably, it looks like it's written by his father. It was sent to him, wishing him luck in the Central Vale from his hometown.
Probably means a lot to him.
No,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
very personal.
Yeah, very personal.
I like the meaning.
It's like a prescription. So prescription instructions. It's great. Wash
So
thoroughly and use tiny comb. You know
Don't worry,
a lot
it's-
more about this man than you deserve to.
Don't worry, it's totally natural. It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So I go ahead.
Go see this individual with the blue fairy.
So I go ahead and I kind of like wait a moment.
Okay.
Make sure there's none of the priests.
He's not paying attention. You bump into him and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me," and then he goes on to do his
he's
work.
such a nice man.
And I go ahead.
Looks like he's a religious and pious man.
As soon as I see that the coast is clear.
Is the coast clear of ghosts?
The ghost
It
is
is now.
clear. It's hard to see.
I rolled a 20. I should see all the ghosts.
Okay, so you take
go
the key
ahead-
and you unlock it.
Yeah, I
You
go
go
ahead
in.
and unlock it. But when I unlock it, I want to try and do a perception check to see if I can hear anyone in the other room.
Okay, make a perception check then.
Perception! Oh my god, 7.
Oh my god.
I mean, you hear some talking, some chattering come from the other side of the door. That's it. That's all you pick up on.
Chatter, chatter, chatter. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Talk, talk, talk. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Chatter, 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 chatter.
I kind of lean my back against the wall, like
You-
pretend the door's here. Yes, I do. And I want to slightly open it and just see if I can hear more.
Make another perception check.
Since closed doors, you can.
Yeah, sure.
That's exactly it. Every time.
Yeah, what do you?
Natural 1, ladies and gentlemen. Natural 1.
No.
You hear nothing more than you can distinguish from the first time.
Okay.
As your senses start to fail you, you believe you might have caught flesh rot.
Dude, you just pissed that cat off.
My bad.
Alright.
She was so
What are
unhappy.
you doing?
Alright, I'm just gonna go in.
Alright, so yeah, you go in, close the
Hi,
door
Dad,
behind
Bud.
you.
Hi,
It's a
Dad,
long
Dad.
hallway. It tees off in 2 different directions after about 20 feet down. You can see there's multiple doors on the left and on the right. One of them is open. That seems to be where most of the talking is coming from. It's from the first door on your left. All the other doors seem to be closed. The hallway is fairly dimly lit. It's not really well lit.
I go down.
Okay. And so you pass and you take a look in on your left, and it's basically just a kitchen. It's where there's a few people sitting in there, a couple of acolytes. They're just having a discussion about the holy texts and the word of Parathor and eating their dinner. and you slip on by, and you go down to where the junction peels off, and then the left there seems to be a very locked door with a large padlock on it. And on the right there seems to be, you can see it's kind of cracked open. There's some light filtering through. You think you see what looks like a bookcase or a stack of books through the door.
I'm gonna save the padlock. I'm gonna take a listening check, because if the door is open and there's light, I suspect someone else is in there.
Okay, perception check then.
Come on, dice. Oh, god damn it. 10.
You're not playing a Lynn anymore.
I know.
So, as you go and you kind of listen at the door, you can hear the slow churning of pages and books. Maybe 3 separate individuals possibly in the library. Or the room you suspect is the library. Whatever, it's the library.
I was about to say, am I not in the library?
Yeah.
Secondary book room.
I take a look behind me, just to make sure no one's down the hallway.
Okay, there's no one there.
I want to
They
kind
probably
of.
said something if there's someone there.
I kind of want to put myself on all fours and just slowly walk in.
Totally inconspicuous.
Make sure you cough.
Yeah, make sure. Okay. You open the door and you crawl in.
Slowly.
You open the door.
Stealthily.
Yeah. Okay.
Open the
Stealthily. You already made a stealth check, right? This is as stealthily as you're gonna get.
30? Alright.
No, 15.
Alright. I want to try and see.
You go in. There's actually somebody sitting right on the other side of the door as you're opening it, but their back is facing you. They're involved in reading. Looks like he's an older gentleman, probably at least in his 70s or so. Looking around the room, it seems to be the library. There's a lot of scripture and stacks of books and loose paper on multiple tables. The room is very dark, aside from the small reading candles, like lanterns, that each of these individuals have. You can see light coming from your left from behind a bookcase, and then looking straight over the shoulder of this individual, you can see there's somebody else sitting on a further table on the other side of the room.
What are they currently conversing about?
They're not conversing. They're studying quietly like you should in the library. You're the one being an asshole.
This is a library, not a place for children. Get off the floor.
Okay, what are you doing?
So they're at a table. Is it like this kind of table where I can just crawl under?
Yeah, they're tables.
Well, like, is there a cloth or is there anything?
Yeah, sure. There's like tablecloths on there.
Hey. So I need to try and find something.
Just no hawk hand.
Take my strong hand.
I'm looking for a book.
What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna go. Alright. I'm gonna do it.
So you're sitting there on all fours, your tail's wagging.
No. I have my tail wrapped around my arm. So
You're doing that thing cats do when they're about to strike. You just
Your tail's unfloored whether you want to or not. So
Subconscious.
The old man doesn't see you coming. You got a hot sneak attack dice coming up.
Oh my
3d6.
What surprise.
Surprise.
But you're not an assassin, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna backtrack.
How'd you come so far?
I know, I've gone so far,
I
but I'm...
Close.
No.
Just grab a
I'm
random book.
gonna backtrack, and then I'm gonna go to the door with the lock.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my awesomeness, and I want to try and. So first, I'm gonna look at the keys, and I want to look, and I'm gonna look at the lock, like trying to look at the inside of the.
There's
padlock.
5 keys of varying sizes, including the one you used to open up the main door to come in.
Well, I just want to see the keys, and I want to try and see on the inside of the lock to see which one will fit perfectly in there from the keys that I have.
It doesn't look like any of the keys would fit.
Reach to
It's locked, but it doesn't seem to have what you would consider a keyhole.
the keyhole.
It actually looks like it's designed for maybe some sort of device or something to be inserted into it to unlock it.
Almost like a vault.
I want to try and pick lock it.
Can't.
So there's
Oh, no.
nothing to. There's no keyhole.
Yeah, there's no keyhole.
You know in the mommy.
The mummy.
When they have the
cylindrical-
book of the dead, and like they put the thing in it and they spin it and like it unlocks the book.
Okay.
It's like a key, but it's not a traditional key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something fancy like that.
Do much here.
Meow at it.
Anymore.
Everybody always opens the
Hot.
door for an annoying. Everybody always opens the door for an annoying cat.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Start scratching and meow.
We definitely do it for our annoying cat when she's talking too much.
Yeah.
But
All
when they
right. Seeing I can't do much here either. I don't want to scare them. Well, maybe I can be. What do you guys think I should do?
I don't know.
You got in the library.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fine.
You said you wanted to get in the library and look for information. So
If you're looking for the book and you don't want to search all night because you don't have an index, so you don't know where the books are, you're probably going to need to ask somebody.
and you don't want
Yeah.
to suffer exhaustion. So
Alright.
You can always play it cool. You made it this far.
Yeah, just
Just
act like
you
you're
belong.
supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Just like
Just
be
walk
in the
and
library.
pretend You're
Yeah.
supposed to be there.
Grab a broom or something and be like, I was cleaning and they asked me to find this book.
This
All
book,
right.
book about a temple.
So just taking a moment to think what I could do. You just talk to myself.
A council of thoughts.
Yeah,
I-
council of thoughts. She's schizophrenic and we're all the
Done more.
voices in her head.
I've
You know.
done more. I could do this.
What should I do?
Well, time is ticking. Let's go.
So I get up
Okay.
and I approach the door with the
Okay.
3 inside.
Okay. So you see the old man startle. He's like, and then the person on the other side, he says something like, "Who's knocking?" From down the way, from further up the left, you hear, "Who knocks inside the temple?" And the old man turns and behind him, while he's still sitting, he opens the door. Yes, are you lost?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm one of Ellen's friends. I was trying to look for a specific book on a temple. She wanted to gather some information about that. She wants a little bit of entertainment while she's helping cure the sick.
So he stands up out of his chair, pushes it back, and he turns around to you, and he raises a hand at you, and then we're gonna take a break.
Oh, power word kill. Here it comes.
you thought you were back.
Surprise, you're actually dead.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Thank you for Dadbot D&D for dropping by.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
dropping by, guys. We really appreciate hanging out and stuff while I was watching you earlier for a while you were playing, but it's good stuff. And then you took your break, and I was like, yeah, I gotta just continue setting up, so I gotta go do this.
Yeah, I was late.
Yeah, but thank you everybody who's been hanging out. Thank you guys for the cheers. We really appreciate it, and thank you for was it Griffey for the sub.
Yeah.
Twitch
Awesome.
Prime
Chips.
subscription. We really appreciate it. We're sorry that the notifications weren't turned on at first. Oversight.
Appreciate it,
Now
Griff.
it should be on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And then,
I appreciate you coming over from my streams to come out and help out.
thanks for coming back, Tibbs. We appreciate you. And
Yeah.
Well-
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with seeing Endgame for a 5th time.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
nothing
see any
wrong.
issue.
No
For the
shame.
5th time?
It's your money. You can do whatever you want, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I
I
spent his
appreciate it.
money.
We should all be
Shadow
working
Man
together
made
to
it.
knock fucking Avatar out of the top spot.
Yeah.
All of it.
How close is that now?
It's gotta be close.
It's pretty close.
They made $1 billion in their
Yeah,
first
they
week.
just beat out the Titanic. I know
Might
that.
just make it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it'll make it.
I'm pretty
Yeah, they'll
sure
make
it'll be.
it.
This is the
Well,
one that's gonna
considering
do
they
it.
made more than Titanic in 41 days than it did in
That's
2,564.
That's
Well,
true, but Avatar was amazing because it stayed for so long.
Yeah, but also you got to consider a lot of people haven't been able to see it because it's constantly sold out.
Yeah, exactly.
I have
They're
a
still
few
working on
people I know that are finally getting to see it this weekend because they just haven't been able to.
Yeah, I know a couple people are going to see it too.
Or they just want like decent seats and
Yeah,
like,
and
if
don't
it's not
want-
out, if it's not sold out, they're just like, oh well, I'm going to be sitting in that really shitty seat in the very front left corner of the room.
Yeah, exactly.
That is.
It's
terrible.
break. I gave her the bag back.
But yeah, we appreciate everybody hanging out and dropping in. Don't forget to drop us a follow. Hit us up on our social medias and stuff. Jump into our Discord. The links are all down below, and we appreciate everybody dropping by and talking to us. So, hang out, come talk to us, bullshit with us about Magic the Gathering, Warhammer, whatever else is going on, Avengers, I don't know.
Yeah, we try to talk while we play, but there's a little bit limitations because we do have the game going.
Yeah, we try to.
But we can talk all day on Discord.
Oh yeah, we can.
All day.
And all day I can on Twitter too. And that's the best way. Twitter's the best way to get updated for things like technical issues or errors or suspensions of the game or one-shots or updates on
general news
giveaways. From us, giveaways and etc. That's definitely that and the Discord are the two places that you want to be if you want to keep up to date with us on those things and the goings-ons of the group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course,
Amanda takes some pretty dope pictures for our Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I was like, those are dope. I want to bring stuff just so she can take pictures of it. Because I don't know what it is, if it's because I'm just a dumb man who doesn't know how to use photography or filters or whatever, but I can never make them look as good as she can.
Yeah.
She's got talent. She's talented.
You got talent, kid.
You got talent, kid.
I tried.
Oh, Gavin hasn't even seen it yet. No spoilers.
Oh,
No spoilers.
No
But I was
spoilers.
going to ruin the good parts.
But you're lucky because if you weren't such a loyal fan, I don't care because it's been out for like a week now. So the spoiler ban's lifted.
a lot of people have a 7-day spoiler.
So
Yeah.
So Endgame was at 2.3 billion.
Yeah, they're
Avatar made 2.7 billion.
So
they're
4
right
weeks,
there.
They're done.
Yeah, they're
Like 2 weekends.
I think 4 because it drops off.
It does.
Listen, it's been about
It
8
does,
years. We had to
except for all
calculate
those people that are watching it
inflation,
5
right?
times.
yeah.
Hey, well, no,
Like, I know Seek's seen it like fucking
it made
a few
150
times.
million on its second weekend, so it'll make 100 million, and then another 100 million. Probably.
It's all about them foreigners.
No, listen, we got to account for inflation here. What was the price of movie tickets back
Actually,
in
no,
2000?
that legitimately.
That's with the
That's, I actually looked into it, and there's a lot of movies on the list that are way below others that actually, if you adjust for inflation, have had really huge opening weekends. Like all the Star Wars movies have done exceptionally well if you account for inflation, especially the original.
It was in theaters for like 5 years.
Which one?
Yeah,
Gone with the Wind.
yeah,
Titanic was the same way. It was in theaters forever.
It was in there for a while.
it was a big deal.
Anyway, I gotta like.
Yeah.
we got this break we gotta
Either
do.
way, we're going to start a 15-minute break here real quick. We'll be right back, so hang out and take your breaks if you need to. But don't forget to drop us a follow on and jump into our Discord where we can talk as much as you want all the time.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine, man.
Warhammer,
It's cool.
Magic,
It's great.
games, all that stuff.
Anime.
We like talking to
Anime.
people. Yeah.
Dude,
One
yeah.
Punch Man.
I'm not much for the animes.
Just sit over there and be
I'm
quiet.
not. I'm not
D, all of the above.
You know what?
Not good
if
for
you're
it.
not for it, you can just like.
I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
If you come into questions with anime, you're not getting me in the conversation.
That's fine. Okay. Don't talk to Matt about anime.
all right, everybody.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's like an
Thanks for
angry
stopping by,
lady in the
Gavin.
You
morning
can
with
just
no
not
coffee.
talk to him at all if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't
All
say
right, so we're
that.
going to be right back. Hang out. Yeah.
More or less.
Sasha. What's up?
Get your chewing friend.
Animal-friendly environment.
We have a
Although we just barely tolerate the cat.
That's true.
She's always stealing dice bags, chewing on plastic, meowing,
Meowing.
jumping
Yeah,
up
it's
on
less
the
friendly
table.
and more contentious, but she's here.
The dog, on the other hand, we all love.
Yeah.
The dog's great.
Yeah. Man's best
Except for
friend.
when she's barking.
That's true.
Borg. Either way, welcome back to Legendary Action, everybody. We're glad you could hang out with us through the short break, the intermission, and allow us to, take a short break away from the table, recollect ourselves. Snackage.
Snackage. Mostly snackage.
Mostly snackage.
Yeah.
It's always snackage.
Yeah, it's like we don't get a dinner. The snack is our dinner.
Yeah, until we have time to actually eat dinner.
Yeah, peanut butter jellies tonight. On the menu tonight. Peanut butter jellies on the menu tonight. No crust.
No crust.
No crust.
Uncrustables.
That's for commoners.
But thank you for joining us. We're glad that you guys can hang out. We appreciate every one of you. Once again, we appreciate the subscription. We appreciate the cheers. Any follows, we definitely appreciate. We love everybody who hangs out with us. And the whole point of doing this is so that you guys can hang out and, we're just normal people. Like, look, just play D&D and love it and enjoy it. And you can definitely stream it and do it because we do it.
Because it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it can happen to us, it can happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Watch yourself.
Watch yourself.
You'll get a small table, a group of friends, the cameras and mics will start showing up.
Yeah, exactly.
Next thing you know,
It'll
you're
start-
dancing around on his tiny box.
It'll start small. At one point, someone will just throw a Yeti mic on the table, and then you know it's all too late. And then the cell phone cameras come out.
And you find yourself trapped in a basement like we are.
You'll never get out.
Yeah.
We don't normally allow Matt to leave if we can.
He needed medical attention.
But so he's lucky this time.
That's true.
Next time, no.
We're just lucky you didn't tell the authorities. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
How's this happen to your leg? I don't know. It just happened.
He signed an NDA. He didn't get to do nothing. And
I don't think NDAs protect you from criminal activity. It's like, oh, you murdered this guy, sign this NDA.
The nurse. What happened? That's proprietary.
Yeah, we also made him waive his right to a court appeal, so he goes to arbitration. So it all happens in house.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
This is a part of arbitration.
So we have a company, so we can legally let you sign away your constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Good bosses.
They're supposed to be inalienable, but you
Yeah,
can
it's-
sign them away. if
Yeah,
they're-
sign them away. You don't have protection from us,
Yeah.
the government, but not us.
Yeah. Exactly. But,
Speaking about protection, Lumi's in a precarious situation.
She is. So as we go back, the old man is staring at you, or like reaching towards you. Well, just go down there. And, what books are you looking for?
What's the name of that temple?
The ruins of Warren.
The ruins of Morin.
Of what? Sound like you said ruins of moron. Moron.
The ruins, moron! The ruins!
Yeah. Warren.
Morin.
Warren.
War.
Warren?
War, like war. Well, what is it good for? War.
War
Warren.
and
Huh.
Your
Good
other
God.
character is a bard. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you all.
Your backup character.
You
is
do
a
this
bard.
to yourself. There's
Yeah,
no
no.
hate. This is your own
I
self-loathing.
have a song in my heart. That's all.
Then that sounds like a bard.
Yeah.
But what is the song good for?
Oh, two bards now.
Yeah, I know.
You're in it. You're in it now. We're bards.
You both
Dwarven
are
space
bard.
bards. That's what we'll be in our space campaign. Dwarven space bards.
But
Rock and stone, brother.
there's maps and such of the old town down there on your left.
Thank you very much. Ellen says her thanks.
Oh, okay. Well, I get to go back to my reading now.
Sorry for the interruption. Have a good night, gentlemen.
And he just like sits back down.
Once
Back
upon a
in.
time.
Yeah. This strange cat came in here. So,
I go-
okay, what are you looking for?
Go and get the maps. Everything I can. I'm just gonna take it.
But what?
I take all the books.
Come on.
Take the maps.
What
Take
maps?
the general hits. The map of the ruins.
Okay. Making sure.
Take the map of the ruins.
Uh-huh.
And take the lore of the ruins.
Just of the town? You're not looking for the temple in specific? You're just like
Temple.
looking for the layout of the town? Like, what are you looking for?
the ruins.
temple ruins.
The temple
specifically.
ruins.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so you find like there's like 4 or 5 books nearby, and you're just like, "Yep, looks good enough to me."
Yeah.
And you grab just look at the maps or whatever. You're not familiar with the fucking town, so you don't know. You're like, it says Warren, whatever. You just gather the best you can, get them all together, and you leave. You go back to the fucking dusty dog. You shimmy up back to the window, and
Yeah, I just books on the floor.
Mhm.
I pass out.
okay.
All right. A quick
Now
conclusion.
if you don't tell him, Riken's gonna show up at the temple and be like, "Where's everything I need?"
This place is a mess!
Just sleeps in from a long night, tired, you know.
Just fucking trolled Riken. Like, oh, it's down there on your left. You just go down to the third shelf, and don't forget the sign. He's going in there. He's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
This fucking shelf is empty.
It's empty. All right, so yeah, so you guys sleep at night, wake up in the morning, good to go.
So we wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
Good to
we
go.
wake up and head down.
Yeah.
It was like that.
I go down for breakfast.
Okay.
Suit up. Never know what's gonna happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Put my armor on. Go down. Start with the hair of the dog that bit me.
There you go.
Some booze, or as I like to call it, morning bread. Morning water bread.
Morning water.
It's got yeast in it.
And I wait for my employers to start their day, and I protect them from down here.
From across the drain.
About how many hours has it been since I've been to bed?
We all got a full night.
No, you have a full night.
Okay.
It's like fucking 7 a.m.
Okay.
Well,
I
counting
kind of-
commute
It only
time,
took you like 30 minutes to go over there and get this accomplished. 40 minutes.
I don't know. It was pretty elaborate.
Yeah, it was.
Just wanted to make sure.
Now that you have that information,
I kind of wait. I kind of slightly open my door and I just kind of wait for everyone to walk by.
Okay. You see everybody go downstairs, head down there.
Who's
Mhm.
first?
Warm bread, some butter.
Yeah.
First is Mason. Obviously, he called it. He went down first.
I ignore him.
Okay, good.
Next one.
I gotta put my armor
Alfarius is
on.
next.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I'm next.
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage. You hear me coming.
Yeah. Thud, thud, thud.
Get a little glass of
Tail.
water. Get that little glass of water and ripple like a T-Rex was walking by.
Because it kind of is.
Tail swinging.
Alfarius.
Should Dragonborn have stubby arms?
But they lit.
Yeah.
Mon.
I call it hoisting.
Oh, we have Morin. How are you by your door?
I was kind of peering up, waiting, and then when you came up, I kind of opened the door and said morning.
you know when cats are like wide-eyed.
Yeah.
You know,
That caught me off guard. Dude, Marn. I'm like,
moron. Morning, moron.
that's what I thought she said. I was like,
Morning.
wow.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Morin Lumi.
I got the information we need at the temple.
That's convenient.
That is questionable.
And I pointed all the books that are just sitting in the pile.
They're all just kind
down.
of on the ground. Just not less of an organized pile, just dropped
Yeah.
on the ground.
I look into the room. I see the books.
Yeah.
Will this mean we can just get things going? Let's go.
We'll have to read them over breakfast.
I might not want to take him downstairs. Is there anyone downstairs?
You haven't been down there, neither is he.
Haven't actually been down there, Lumi. Usually there's nobody in town. You would know more. How many people should be down there?
Well, he did say everyone's staying home. Okay, I think we're safe. Just saying. I've taken them.
But you plan to return them.
Maybe.
You plan to give them to me when you're done.
Sure. Okay, Alfarius.
That's an inside check. That's an inside check. Inside check if I ever seen one. Oh, no. 9.
Why would I question my long trusted friend?
Yeah, exactly. What he said.
Yeah, why would I ever do that? Yeah, of course you're going to give them to me. Of course you're going to give them to me. When you're done.
If you want. But anyways. Let's have breakfast. Let's get things going. Let's do it.
Yeah, get your books.
Well, you can kick them. And I just walk off. Churches stuff, I don't know too much.
Fine, I'll pick them
Never
up.
been my interesting thing to inquire about or to
Fine. I'll pick them up.
You just gather them up
Yeah.
underneath your arms and go downstairs. Follow
What else
her.
do I notice in the room now that she's gone?
Oh, nothing really. It looks almost like basically empty. You don't even see any of her gear around.
I'm gonna make an investigation check. It's gonna be super low. It's a 3.
Kids are rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, I was looking for a. Has she left any like a notebook or anything of that nature laying around? Let's make a quick look. I look for Lumi's personal log of stealing.
So as you're walking down the hall, you realize that he's tarrying behind in your room, picking up the books.
Aquarius, man, you ain't gonna find anything up there.
Oh yeah, you left your books all over the place and your scrolls. Looks like you just threw them down.
Well, it was a long night. I just wanted to get some sleep. I thought this would be more useful to help you guys get what we need to. No arguing, no bickering, just so we can go to that T-man's house.
Yeah, there's no problem as I kick a scroll under the bed.
Okay.
And then I lift up the bed and I put it against the far wall.
Okay.
And I'll leave it there.
Okay.
And I come downstairs. Make that bed.
So you go downstairs and you see everybody's sitting around waiting to be waited on. It looks like there's a young girl that you guys have seen there before. Seems to be working behind the front desk, and she comes over and offers you guys to eat a simple meal.
Yes.
No.
Warm bread and some butter, please.
Yeah, so Sylvia goes and prepares the food and brings it back to you.
What?
So,
Put all the books
And
down.
then Alfarius drops the books on the table.
What the hell's all that?
The books we wanted.
from
Which
where?
books we wanted?
I don't know. Did you ask Lumi?
I
Hello?
got them so we can get things going. These, an old man said these are all the things we need to know, so I just took whatever.
From
What
where?
old man did you talk to?
That's some guy at the library.
The public library?
Reich and I already got things done for you, buddy, so we're good.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I grab a scroll, unscroll it. It's clearly about Lauren, I assume.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Well, this one is a map of the town, which, not that helpful, probably.
It's okay. I got more.
You did get a lot. Alright, I just start going through it.
Yeah, there's a lot of information in there.
Yeah, I'll help him go through it.
Most of it's all about the history of like the town and some of the construction of like in the layouts of it, but there's really not much in there.
Pretty
about-
much skimming until I find something about the temple.
You have dates for when it was built. That's it.
Well, you sure that was everything?
What the old man says, yes.
Right. Nothing particularly helpful, no secret entrances, no descriptions of layouts, nothing about a vault, nothing about any secret chambers of any kind. Oh well, worth a shot.
What's for shop?
You can go see
Well, I feel like I got my fill. Are we ready to go shopping?
We're stopping at a potion shop.
Yeah.
She is a
So
friend.
that's it.
She's a friend of Thane, so we're gonna ask him some questions.
Yeah, you guys mentioned something about that last night.
Let's head there now. Once breakfast is done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Done.
Okay. You guys finish up real quick. Take one last drink of some of the morning ale, and you head out into the street. It's a little bit busy for the most part. There's a lot of people out getting their early morning, like groceries from the market, from the few stalls that are actually open. There's a lot of heavy guard presence in the center of town at the moment. There's a lot of people heading out to go work on the battlements and the defensive structures. But you make your way over to Vanna's, same as any other time. Doesn't seem to have changed much. Although she seems to have repainted the front door to be purple, but that's about it. You open it, go inside, and she's standing behind the counter, just kind of reading a book, minding her own business. She kind of looks down and, oh look, you're back now.
How are you, Vanna?
I'm doing great. How can I help you today?
We've fulfilled that order of yours.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. That'll really help out, especially now.
We pull out the ingredients and hand it to her.
Bag of holding on the counter. Just reach in and looking for whatever's yours.
So she kind of reaches in and starts pulling out ingredients, like individually, just parts, the pieces. It's all separated and just like loose. So she's like pulling out the bison grass, and it's just like in her hand. She's just like, "This is the last time."
Try all at once. Pretty sure we had it in a box.
So she's like pulls out case. Okay.
Now, whatever you do, don't think or ask for the mouse traps.
They're armed.
But, you know, yeah.
Do most people put things like that in their bags of holding?
No.
Reach in, find out.
I've seen that trick before on the road. It's really good for bandits, because when they start trying to rummage through your stuff, you say mousetraps, and they can't help but trying not to think of mousetraps. They're thinking about it. And then it just gets them every time.
Every time.
If I've seen it once, I've seen it 1,000 times.
Whole arm bear traps.
What if you put like a lit explosive in there?
It
would explode.
explodes in the void, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's just general curiosity. I was just thinking.
Because there is air.
I know, but I was just curious if like
It doesn't like freeze time or anything, so yeah, it would just
no.
explode.
Yeah, it would just blow up.
Cool. I was just sorry. I was thinking about bandits pulling shit out of a bag of holding. All I saw was a lit explosive
Acme?
from like Acme. What? Ah!
That does sound like an excellent enchantment to put on the
It does. It really does.
So, I assume you'd be expecting the payment then.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
What was the agreed to price?
Treasurer?
I should. I'm writing that down, but I don't think I did.
I think it was 1,000 gold. If I'm not
5
mistaken.
gold. I don't know. We don't even have a lid. She would know like the price of
and
stuff.
as well on that, and I have more potions of healing for you all, and some more magic items that you might want to consider looking into.
Absolutely.
Consider that.
Some more wares.
Well, very well. I guess I'll ask you, do you have anything that may provide an early warning system, maybe possibly wire or something enchanted with an alarm spell? We're looking for ways to secure our encampments.
Not off the top of my head, I don't believe so. Nothing to that nature, necessarily.
We'll have to stick to tin cans and string.
Ingenuitive. I like it.
I had about 1,350 gold written down, but I don't think that's right.
Definitely not too much.
Those are just random numbers. I think the highest.
It was for
I think
like
it was
12.
500 gold.
I think it was for like 12,000 gold. At least that's what it
I
said.
remember 1,000 gold in my head for some
I'm
reason.
pretty sure it was 500 gold for everything.
Per ingredient.
I'll just be blunt. Let's just say we don't remember. It's been a long week.
We try a history check, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Roll.
Yeah, can I roll a history check to see if I remember the price of the deal?
You can.
Prices.
I would like to.
The price has changed. We're altering the deal.
Right, alter it no further.
Pray we don't alter.
10. 10.
10. You rolled a
10.
10.
Yeah.
Magnificent 10.
Magnificent, wonderful 10.
It's very even. They're equal. If I don't remember, I'll be blunt. I'll be like, I don't remember.
Dark, man.
Don't remember.
Don't remember. I know nothing.
This was my dead character's notes.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Everything he knew died with him.
Did
Did you delete them? Didn't know a lot. Eight intelligence.
What was it?
I'm suffering the same thing.
Are you really?
Yeah, I got an 8 intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you're alive though. You're alive.
I totally found it.
You're welcome.
We do what we can.
We do what we can.
We are pretty great.
Yeah. At least we think so.
Oh, jeez. Well, it sounds like firepower might be the way to go as far as magic items or even something that can help you survive.
Well, we're gonna buy you out of health potions, like we do.
Always.
Every time.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, because they keep you alive.
What if we don't? Wonder if she has any silver weapons.
Probably not.
That would be convenient.
As hell.
Like finding a
Oh.
werewolf hunter in the middle of our travels. That's convenient.
Well, it's like finding an anteater next to an anthill. It's convenient, but it's not absurd.
I suppose that's true.
What other things? Should just ask who Thane is. Well, he's busy, but yeah. So we're gonna buy some potions.
We're gonna buy all the potions.
We're gonna buy all the potions. We're gonna be buying all the health potions. Is there anything else we're looking for in particular? I don't think
Just
so.
if you maybe possibly a potion for status effect, or
Strange potions.
Sorry.
Are good.
By the way, do you want a javelin of lightning?
I have the javelin of lightning.
Oh, I kept it in my inventory, so if you needed it, I could pull it up for you. That's why it's in my inventory. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, no, I have the javelin.
I was tripping because I was like, going through, I was like, why the fuck do I have the javelin? Why did we give that away? And it makes sense because, like, if you ever need to look at it, I can just bleh.
isn't it?
No,
Doesn't that count as a magic item?
It
Sure
It
is.
is a magic item.
Someone should wield it.
You can poke people with it.
Poke, poke, poke.
Yeah.
If you find yourself fighting a werewolf, you may want to switch off of your main sword.
Yeah, it's a
But yeah, it was 500 gold pieces. Is the
Yeah.
agreed to price.
Thought so. Alright, yeah.
It's not.
The agreed to price, 500 gold.
You shouldn't even exchange gold. That's about buying.
Yeah, well, we're not going to need the gold. You can put it on
Store credit.
Ransacked quite a bit from Grinda's tower, too, so we're pretty flush right this second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Cat.
Will do. Then
Man, my leg is really starting to hurt.
traps and stuff would probably, because like bear traps and stuff isn't actually a bad idea.
Oh, you recognized it too.
So just like a general shop would probably carry stuff like that.
So yeah, so she gives you guys the gold. So what else would we like?
The gold, and we're gonna do the potions, health potions.
All right.
How many do you have?
I have. Let's see. She goes over her her inventory list. It seems as though I have. Let's see. 1, 2. It seems as though I've managed to craft in your absence. Let's see. You bought me out of this last time. I crafted only 1 potion of greater healing. But I did manage to make 4 regular potions of healing as well.
We'll take all of them.
Mhm.
So we have 500 credit with you now.
Anything else you're looking for?
Not item wise, but information. Yes.
Scrolls.
Oh,
Spell scrolls.
I might have a few here or there. You'd have to give me a moment to look and see what's available.
Alright.
It seems as though, let's see, I have I have 1 for Mel's Acid Arrow, 1 for Detect Thoughts, and 1 for I believe let's see, spike growth.
We'll take the acid arrow for certain. Anyone interested in the other two?
No.
Not particularly, no.
All right.
I know, I was about to say that was quick. I thought you would be something for a while, so that's why I was like, I'll go ahead and transfer the door.
Let's see.
Well, sure, it's no problem.
But yeah, so we'll take those. I don't see
Any other potions with maybe resistance or some kind of magic
I
effect?
believe you bought out my potions of resistance the last trip.
We bought out most of your inventory at this point.
Now, keep in mind, you're going to be dungeon delving. Perhaps light or...
We have that covered.
We have light covered.
Oh, all right. Well, if you got everything you need.
Well, there was only one other thing.
I think that might be everything we really need. Unless there's something you could suggest for us that you have in your inventory, something unique.
Most acid arrows, second level spell. Common. So that is the spell scroll is going to be 180 gold pieces.
Okay.
What was the agreed upon price for the potions of greater healing again? It was what, 50% off or at cost, right?
It was
At
10%.
cost for everything,
Do
wasn't
that
it?
cost for everything.
Was it at cost? Yeah.
Because we got the supplies and then we...
Because you're only paying what, 50 for the
Yeah.
potions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
You said there were 3, right?
No, four potions of healing,
Four.
one greater.
Okay, so 4 is 200 gold.
So the potions of greater healing, I believe, was 100 GP apiece.
180, 200, 100.
Yeah, it was 170, 175 at store cost, so it was 100. Or at market.
Well, there you
All
go.
right, well then, you can credit us 500 gold, and that'll cover the cost of all that, plus 20 more gold over.
Yeah.
Hold on to it. I'm sure we'll need it.
Well, any other interest? Are you interested browsing any other wares? Anything else?
Absolutely. You have anything? Any? What are they called? Artifacts, right? Or
The
One-time use.
one-time use things.
yeah,
Are they artifacts or are they called relics?
relics. That's
Relics.
I've had a few interesting pieces come into my collection since you've been gone. So she actually pulls out this mangled piece of silver segment that seems to have this interesting, almost ethereal kind of aura to it on the outside. This is a particularly interesting piece. It's fairly powerful. She sets it on the table. When using this, it'll allow you to reroll one failed saving throw.
So neat.
How much?
Don't know. It's an interesting piece. Definitely one of the stronger relics that I've seen come in here. I think I could part with it for maybe 500 gold pieces.
That's a damn good reroll.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That's
It's
someone's
fantastic.
life.
Question out of curiosity:
Yes.
Does a user have to be actively holding or wielding that thing, or just it will activate just being on your person?
It activates just however you intend it to, whatever you need.
Oh,
It has to be on your person though, or else it won't work.
that is powerful. Just hanging out in your bag, just a backup.
And then, do you happen to have any magical weapons?
The magical weapons?
I don't.
Not necessarily any weapons per se. I may have some rods or some other pieces with maybe offensive properties to them, but not necessarily weapons per se.
Do you have any items imbued with offensive magic?
Possibly. I'd have to check.
A rod of magic missile would be kind of nice to have.
Wouldn't it?
Back pocket magic. Yeah. I was just thinking how often I go through my spells, and I'm like, I'd kind of like to have a rod of something or another in my pocket.
Rod of something or another.
In your back pocket.
Oh, jeez. You're terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Just looking for widgets.
Just looking for widgets.
Just looking for widgets.
So, Riken, what kind of... I've met wizards and such in the past before. Generally, they tend to specialize in something. What kind of magic do you fancy?
Magic.
Yeah, but that's a simple interpretation of it. Well, you can tell me. It'd be helpful to know if I'm going to be protecting you all.
I'm capable of summoning any weapon to my hand, and most of my magic focuses on being mobile after that.
He's a scholar.
Mobile or protecting myself.
It's a very interesting way to phrase it.
Well, I mean, you asked.
Yeah, but there's normally when the few wizards I've spoken to in the past will speak about certain schools of thought and
No, I don't.
what methods of approaching magic.
I didn't approach from a school. I approached from what I thought would be useful. Create a weapon in my hand.
So she comes out,
stab someone, and
and she has
disappear.
this box, and she puts it on the table, and she opens out, and then she pulls out this piece. Looks like this long piece of metal, possibly. It's covered in cloth, and she sets it on the table, and she unwraps it. This is an interesting piece that it recently came into my possession a few days or so ago, from a mutual acquaintance of mine. It's a wand of magic detection.
Well, if you're planning on infiltrating some old ruins, that might be helpful.
Magic detection? What exactly does it do? Is it like, okay, out of character, is it like, it's like casting detect magic?
Yeah.
Cool.
I really could use someone who can identify magic.
It has
That sounds
from what I understand, it has 3 charges.
just 3.
It has 3 charges total.
Does it reset at dawn?
No, it does not.
Oh shit.
It has 3 charges.
I can cast that magic. But do you have anything of identify or anything else like that? Any spell scrolls of identify? We have a spell scroll of identify.
Do we?
We do.
We got tons of scrolls, but let's not undersell the wand. I picked the wand up.
I thought we can totally identify.
It's a finely crafted piece of metal inlaid with like platinum and sigillary, magical sigillary. It seems to be topped with a what looks like some sort of a griffin on the top, the head of a griffin.
No, this is nice. I just
And then
pointed it out.
then she gets into the box again. She pulls out another item and puts it on the table and opens it. This is a +1 wand of the War Mage.
What?
What does that do? Out of character.
It
Don't know.
enhances magical casting powers.
Yes, no?
How much for it?
Yes.
And wait, before I say anything, can I get benefits of that?
Anyone who casts magic can.
Yeah!
Except you have to be wielding it.
That's
you have to be
fine!
wielding it.
Mhm.
That's true.
I have a spare hand.
But that would. So in your hands, it gives you +1 to all your magic attacks. In my hands, it does the same thing, but it also would make my weapons +2 instead of +1.
Would it? Because it also makes my saving throws harder, which is most of my magic. All my magics have saving throws.
Oh yeah, it's the same either way. You have more spells, so I guess technically it would go further.
Is it just saving throws, or is it
That's-
just for attacks?
I mean, it would raise his. Well, no, it actually just adds +1 to your attack.
Wand of
It
the
doesn't do saving
one
throws.
each.
It doesn't do saving
While
throws.
holding this wand, you gain +1 bonus to spell attack rolls.
Yeah.
Spell
That's
attacks.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, you ignore half cover when making spell attack. Your weapons aren't spell attacks, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I would appeal to the DM for that.
Well, they're considered weapon attacks, right? But you just manifest them with magic. They are magical, but they're not magic attacks as defined by like spell casting rules.
That's true.
Because it.
Yeah, because you're still making a melee weapon attack.
Yeah.
Ooh, +1, 0.
When my spiritual weapon attacks, I make
That also
a
work.
magic attack with it.
Oh.
A magic melee attack.
My dissonant whispers would be pretty dope, too.
Well, you getting it?
Huh?
Yeah, so you're
Are you
wielding
getting
this
it?
thing, dude.
Yeah,
Like, are we theory crafting or buying stuff?
I was going to ask how much it was.
Oh, okay.
I was just making sure. I was reading the item to make sure.
Yeah, it's just a spell.
Yeah, how it works.
What does it even look like, man?
I don't have.
DMG real quick so I can compare something.
Of course, it's on the bottom.
Yeah, I just need to compare a couple of things real quick.
And it's funny, too, because I can probably wield a wand in one hand and my sword in the other.
Yeah.
It works. I just realized that.
So while he's
Since my-
searching, what's going on?
What do you mean we're buying stuff?
Buying some.
It's uncommon.
We're in the store
Yeah.
buying stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing like I had going
Well,
on for
they're
me.
in the store buying stuff. We're in the store not buying stuff.
Yeah, not buying stuff. Well, it depends what comes out of this box.
The Wand of the War Mage I could probably part with for maybe 2,000 gold pieces.
Was she?
The Wand of Magic Detection I'd be willing
I
to part
believe
with
so.
for a flat 1,000.
I think.
We've got money to spend, so
I'm not going to. I have 500 gold on me at the moment,
then
so I can dip into the party fund if it is not
page
a run dried well.
You left over how much credit with her?
we had only 20.
20 gold.
20 gold?
Yeah.
I should probably let me write that down real quick.
I got it.
How
Not
much
for
gold do you
long.
left?
We started
Don't be
our
so quick to write that
negotiations
down.
at 4,100. We've spent 980 on what we bought already.
Do I happen to have any other magical items?
So how much for both of the ones? It was 1,000 and what was the other one?
2,000 for
It's 2,000.
+1.
So 3,000 more gold.
Mm-hmm.
That would leave us with 120 gold left over.
What about?
Go for broke.
Buy them both.
All right.
Both ones?
All right. Wait, was there anything else coming out of the box?
We don't really need the detect
No.
Yeah,
magic.
we
one
don't
of
need
those
to
two things
detect
out.
magic.
We don't need detect magic. Let's just get the Wand of War.
Yeah, because I can cast attack magic really, so it wastes a spell slot, but it's pretty all right. And so yeah, we'll take the Wand of
You
the
don't
War
think
Mage.
a ritual
Can't it
cannon?
be ritual casted?
Yeah.
It can,
Yeah, it can. Yeah,
but I don't know. Do you have ritual casting?
I think all
Done.
spells.
Nope.
No.
Now you have to take the feet.
Warlocks don't. That's for freaking sure.
Which I
I-
thought was weird.
Do you?
Yeah, the cult don't have ritual casting.
I get a lot of things for free from the.
Do you though?
Well,
Do you though?
So do you guys want to spend your 25 GP in credit, or do you just want to leave it on the book?
Leave it on the book for something that matters.
Sure. Okay. Because I made a note of it in her store and stuff. So
Can you hand me the player's book? I'm gonna double check real quick.
I'm a librarian.
So we bought the War Wand for 2,000.
Yeah.
Right? So we're at
it's a very wise investment. So she
2,000.
takes out,
2,980.
pushes across the table and gives it to you, and then pulls out a receipt and the bill of ownership and gives it to you. And just don't lose these.
The receipt and bill of ownership.
These are the only things that would prove to somebody if it was taken from you that it belongs to you.
Oh.
Grab and go. Can you put this in the bag of holding?
I was kind of
We
thinking
have
about it.
3,100 or Now that's how much
Never
we
mind.
spent. We have
Magic items are rare and they're powerful. So
Yeah. Well, I was at a receipt. I was like, we're not Walmart. They're not going to check us on our way out.
well, Lumi knows this and Riken knows these things very well. Waving magic item around makes you a target.
11. We have 11:20 left in our
Target.
Quick little pickpocket. Hey, what does the wand look like?
Which one? The one with the war mage?
The war mage, yeah.
It looks very simple, actually, surprisingly simple. It's got some sigildry on the handle and such, and it kind of has that. It almost looks like it's like a reptile kind of scaling to where your hand really fits into it, and then the rest of it is very plain, but it's kind of thick and just runs up. And it has this this red ruby at the top.
It's got a red ruby at the top, man.
Yeah,
That's dope. I can cast. I have ritual casting. I can cast any spell at ritual if it has the tag.
Cool.
So I can ritual cast.
it takes 10 minutes to ritual cast something.
So detect magic we can just do,
10 minutes.
which is pretty dope.
Spells level, yeah.
You're a dick.
Is there anything else that you're interested in looking for at all?
That the war mage wand actually helps a considerable bit.
Sure does.
Yeah, no, unless you have protection, items of protection. That's the only other thing we can imagine. Even though I don't have enough money.
Items of protection.
Actually,
I may or may not have a potion of invulnerability, but I'm not sure. And I do know on my list of incoming products, I do have a vicious weapon on the way. It is intended for an additional seller, but I don't necessarily know if this individual will fall. How long it'll sit on my shelves before I can move it. I also have, I believe, oil of sharpness and dust of dryness. Some other interesting trinkets. I know I have a gem of brightness somewhere. But I'd have to really look for some.
I think
You'd have to have specific requests that I might know where to find them directly. Some of this I might have to peruse for in the back.
for right now that meets most of what we were looking for. There's only one other thing we need, and that would be a bit of information.
Nope, wrong notes. There we go. No, it's still the wrong one. No, it's not.
The big villain is.
Yeah.
The weakness to our.
What you don't know is I'm the villain.
The easiest way is to go to the mask store and see who's bought a mask recently.
Villains wear masks.
They always wear masks.
What about the suit store?
That's true, but masks
It depends,
more specifically.
but yeah, I'll give you that.
Now, does the suit store carry masks? Because then we can two
No,
birds
but
with
they
one
carry
stone.
top hats, which are just as good as a mask.
I beg to differ.
The best villains are the ones you can see eye to eye with.
With the top hat.
And a twirly mustache.
And a monocle.
Well, yeah.
Monocle.
No, monocles are for wizards.
No.
You know they're a wizard if they have a monocle.
No, wizards wear glasses.
It's a hightail sign. No, glasses are for commoners. Wizards wear monocles.
No,
That's how I know Riken's not a wizard. He has no monocle.
I thought it was his lack of
That's
books.
some fucking ill-in status.
Doesn't have a monocle.
It's like he's not 15 owls high, so
Yeah.
he can't be a Goliath.
I'm leaning towards lumberjack, but I'm not sure.
I want to take a level in lumberjack. That'd be helpful.
Axe +1.
I just imagine you could like make your house really a lot faster.
So, was there anything else you guys were interested in?
Not item wise.
Okay.
But information.
There was one other thing. We're looking for Thane.
Oh, what about him?
We need his help. The mayor sent us here. He said you may know if he's in town or not.
I may have seen him recently.
We need help. We're trying to solve the current problem outside the gates of Greencrest, and he may know information that can help us along the way. And we were hoping to speak with him. We were actually about to head towards his town home, or his family home. Now.
Well, if he's here, then that's where he would be.
Any recommendations of just knock on the door, or
How do you normally approach someone else's home?
Like
Give
this.
them the same courtesies. Yeah, with
Put
a
on
hood
the
up.
hood.
with the hood up and very cautiously and quietly?
Now, probably forgive me, a better question might be, what type of man is he? Like if you were to describe him to someone, as far as his character and who he is, in what way would you do that? Is he a tempered man? Is he a patient man? I hear he's fairly educated.
Well, he's definitely educated and he's intelligent. I'd say more or less he's fairly tempered and easy to get along with.
Well, that's good to hear.
He could be a little absorbed in his own workings and machinations, but for the most part, I've never had any issues with him, and I've never heard of anybody else having any issues, other than those who might have had it coming, been on the wrong side of him.
Does he have enemies? Apparently he has enemies, or he's had enemies?
All wizards of his power or knowledge, all wizards at some point find themselves the target of enemies.
Oh, so it's more like a competitive bent kind of thing between them?
No, from what I understand, in his younger adventuring days, he's killed quite a many different people who have wronged him.
Oh, I like it. Well, it sounds like if we appeal to his fancies, it might be a way to socially get our in.
There's definitely nobody else here in the area that has the sort of expertise on the history of the lands that we currently reside on at this moment.
Well, there you go. Seems
he
useful.
offers me a great deal of help. As a matter of fact, his return is one of the only reasons that I have some of these more interesting magic items at my disposal.
Well then.
I didn't want to give up my source and where these things were coming from at first, but now that you were sent here looking for him by the mayor himself, and that we have this working relationship together aside from this individual who has yet to introduce himself, for the most part, I believe, he's been responsible for bringing, I believe some of this is from his private collection.
Well, thank you very much, then. We're probably going to head that way now.
All right, then. Well, if you have any other requests or need anything else, just let me know. I'll continue to make more potions of healing. I'll probably have another potion of healing or two done by the end of the week, and another greater potion of healing done as well.
Perfect.
Excellent.
I have some other stock and goods coming in, but I can't say for sure what will arrive and what won't. Like I said, I have a vicious weapon, I believe a very fine short sword on the way that people might be interested in. And I may have ties to a potion of invulnerability. So, and I can make the potions of resistance if you tell me what it is that you're looking for. Now it might be hard under certain the circumstances, obviously, not being able to have free access to trade and people coming through and requesting items for sale, but I may be able to whip some things together.
All right.
Can't think of anything at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more resistant to fire. That's pretty much all the elements. I'll make the leave.
Yeah. Yep.
I follow Thane. He's the bait.
Yeah, I start heading to Thane's home. Well, at least where I think his home is. If the directions are to be believed.
Wizard's home is exactly where it needs to be.
Hey, that was the greatest comment I've said in the Discord so far.
I guess, yeah.
It's great.
It's great.
Late to the party, Mike. The wizard arrives precisely when he means to.
So as we're walking out, I asked Dalen, so aside from that little encounter with the werewolf that you told me about, do they have any reason to suspect you would be around these parts, or you just think they might be communicating where you're at, or did you intercept them before they got a chance to pass it on?
One of the werewolves got away. We met him in a town outside of Greencrest. He said he'd been tracking me for some time. A long time, to my understanding. And that his master was patient, and he would wait till I'm at my weakest and strike. And he got away.
Alright. I just needed to know what the chances of an encounter in this area was. See how close they were, kind of thing. best to know when you encounter them before, as they zero in on your position.
So, alright, so you guys make your way outside of town, heading towards the mill, and you cross Myers Creek and the small bridge there that's used for transport between the mill. And then you head out to the woods, past the mill, down the narrow path that kind of winds, and you can see the edges of a torn down fence, an old fence that's kind of falling apart and overgrown with green, just greenery in general, and shrubs nearby, tall grass overgrowing the path in areas you got to push your way through. There's a small, fat cherub-like statue that dominates the front entrance, and you see the manor, which is a moderate-sized, like 2-story building of simple stone and timber work. The roof is kind of slanted. Most of the tiles have been crumbling off of the top and having been possibly neglected for years at a time, months or years at a time. Overgrown with vines on one side. You can see a well off to the far left that has collapsed inwards into itself. But you see coming out of the chimney, there seems to be a strange, like, ether of like green and bluish smoke that seems to be combining and wafting out of the top.
Well, this looks like the place. Word of advice when dealing with magicians, don't get creative. Especially one that apparently has enemies. Just walk up to the door.
Absolutely.
I'll be behind you guys.
I walk up to the door and knock.
That's where I'd be too. Safest place. You go first.
Oh, I'm a master tactician.
You don't hear anything at first. A moment passes by, and then you notice that somebody had quickly glanced away from what looks like heavy curtains that had been closing off the windows and the sight from the inside. And then the door opens, and a man leans in. He has dark hair and a grizzled face and facial hair that comes around. It's well trimmed and maintained, but he's weather-worn and travel-worn for sure. And you can see the outline of a heavy, some sort of like heavy traveling gear of some sort, like a jacket, dark and maybe black. It's torn in places from where you can see, and has definitely seen better days and has been used thoroughly over great distances. May I help you?
Yes, we're looking for the gentleman that owns this home, if he's around.
Might I inquire who's asking?
We are Exodus. We're coming on the mayor's behalf.
And the mayor being?
The mayor of Greencrest.
Yes, I'm aware Greencrest has a mayor. What is his name?
Out of character, I need to grab my book.
All Luthock's memories died with him.
Well,
Doesn't
Alex's
matter.
memories, do you have the mayor's name? I can't remember it off the top of my head.
No, I forgot my notebook. I'm a bad player.
Let me go way
Listed.
back to the beginning.
The mayor.
The mayor doesn't have a name. It's a trick.
Oh, he does. I remember us talking about it.
Chat, what's the name?
Oh my goodness.
Valerio.
Well, he knows you're a liar. You just inside check. You're done.
Yeah, but the best part is I'm not lying.
No, that's the point. Oh, jeez.
Oh, here's the name index.
To say
Is it
just
Roven?
that doesn't sound right.
I love watching you guys sweat through your notes like this. It's fucking funny.
Seth?
Seth?
No,
Seth?
Seth is a fucking bird.
I know.
Tom?
You know,
The
the mayor and I have a really close relationship. I just like to call him Carl. Carl.
You should have played it off like a bard and been like, I do not address him by name, I address him by title. Persuasion check.
That's funny.
Oh, I forgot I have other notes. Guys, I might be the hero.
Be the hero.
Yeah, be the hero.
I can't remember all these names.
Greencrest.
He's Greencrest Mayor.
Mayor Green, duh. That's why they call it Greencrest.
You just gotta lean in and be like, listen, it's okay. Hell Hydra. Shaming shame. That's great.
You have to shame yourself too, because you're just as helpful.
I know.
At least we have notes to attempt to look through.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about that, Mr. Indignant. Over there. Indignation?
Indignation!
Did he ever say his fucking name?
I think when we first met him, he did. I want to roll a fucking history check because I can't find it in my notes.
We're bad at notes.
Fucking 14.
14?
Yeah.
It's, the mayor's name is Tolvis.
Tolvis.
Mayor Tolvis. Fuck.
Now, if you asked me who Eladio was,
Yeah,
or Emilio.
Tolvis. His
Emilio.
name was
His
Tolvis.
wife is?
His wife? No, I have his wife's name.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna count to 5 before I wing it. I'm not picking that book up again. It's cursed.
How did I not write that one down?
What's bad is I know exactly where it is in my notebook, and I know the line, and I have it, like,
Shit.
outlined and stuff.
I don't think that's her name.
Specifically him and his wife.
Misha told us. I don't think that's her name. No.
No, Misha is there because they got it.
I think it is.
Is it Misha? Fuck it. It sounds close. Fuck.
I want to say Russian. Sounds Russian.
I have my notes here.
No.
I don't. Yo, fuck it. I'm a bard. Off the top of my head, I do apologize, but I seem to have forgotten her name. But I do know what resides on her back.
Kiamara.
It's a fairly interesting way of approaching this. I asked you for a simple name.
No.
Everybody knows the mayor's name, but, and most people would know his wife's name as well.
It's been a long week. It's escaped my mind at the moment. Other things have been pressing. I seem to.
You definitely don't look like locals, and I've never seen any of you here before.
We've been in town quite a bit. We've been helping around, helping the mayor and what he needs, with things he needs done. And we.
And what would that be exactly?
Helping around the town. We've freed up some of his men to fight off the wild elves. Recently took care of a hag problem for him and a different town across the way, and brought a druid back to help with the flesh-eating virus. Curse.
Make a persuasion check.
Absolutely.
Yeah!
I'm surprised.
20!
I'm surprised the heroes of Exodus didn't come up. You don't know us? We're the heroes of Exodus.
We are Exodus.
Yeah, I forgot someone's name. I don't. Fuck off. I'm trying to salvage this. Yes, a 20.
Oh. I see. Well, just one moment then. And he closes the door.
I'm gonna brace myself for a fireball.
Yeah, no shit, right?
I accept
fireball.
I'm just gonna say, "Witness me!" as it hits me.
So the door closes, and then he opens it back up, and he welcomes you inside.
Thank you. Yeah, I walk in.
I'll wait out here, guard the door. You don't need me for this.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you guys enter. It looks like a standard house. Inside, most of the furniture is covered, and it looks like the inside has some leaves and scatterings of kind of the outside. You see that one of the rear windows on the opposite side of the room for you seems to be broken, and to be cool air coming in through there. The chimney is completely covered, and the fireplace doesn't seem to have had burned anything in who knows how long. It's just empty for the most part. Oh, come in. Now
Thank
everybody together. And what of your other friend?
I lean back out the door. Come on in, it seems rude.
What have you If you get attacked, don't blame me. Enter the building.
Well, he just politely closes the door behind you. Well, follow me. We'll go back to my private study, and we can have a conversation there. I assume that you're here to maybe purchase services or wares of some sort. Inquire into my adventures and ongoings in my life.
You may be. So you must be Thane.
Possibly.
We need your help, actually.
Well, we can go to the study and then get help that way.
Yeah.
I want.
No. No. Bad
I
cat.
want to see if he was telling the truth when he said, are you...
Oh, you want to do an
You want to do an
check?
insight check on how he said he might be.
I want to use my
Special
awesome
ability.
special ability to tell if he was lying. The ear for deceit.
How does that work?
And you're basing this on what?
Like as soon as he said, "Am I are you?" I wanna check to see his facial reaction towards it.
Okay, make it with disadvantage because you've never seen him before.
That's fine.
5.
So if it's a 7 or lower, it is an 8. So 8 plus 5. 13.
Doesn't seem like he's lying. You can't be sure though. You don't know the man. You don't know anything about him.
It's okay. Proceed.
So he walks you through the interior of the large living area in the center living room, and to a set of double doors with these brass knobs, and he opens up the set of doors, and you can see inside that it looks like any other wizard study as you peer in. There's mounds of book and scattered papers and dried inkwells and pots all over the ground, and you can see a shelf filled with different magical components and newt heads and bat wings and such. And either way, we can have the conversation in here. Be my guest.
We are looking. I look at affairs. Should we just be out with it? This is our one
I
lead.
have a fire burning and stuff, and I believe tea on a pot, and there's some chairs in here if we'd like to discuss it.
Should sit down.
I think sitting down over this would be fantastic. Thank you.
And so as you guys go in and take your seats, he closes the door from the opposite side, and suddenly the room turns into a jail cell. Until next Friday.
Fucking knew it.
And now you see yourselves looking at through the bars, into his study.
It's fine. It's perfect. Fine.
Fucking knew it.
It's fine. It's all fine.
Fucking didn't trust
We'll be
him.
fine.
I'm not locked in here. He's locked in here with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he still where he was?
Hmm?
Is he still
No,
with
you don't
us?
see him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
we're-
You turn to see the door, and you see nothing but a wall.
Do I got anything to read? What's in the books go?
I have mine.
No?
No, you're just in this plain cell. There isn't even a spot to sit down. No bed, nothing.
I have a huge book called The Lonely King. It's great. It's a great read. I can translate it for you too. We'll read it
Either way,
together.
we'll pick up next week with you figuring out what the fuck's going on with this wizard.
He's
I
just
shouldn't
being,
have come inside.
he's just being paranoid.
I mean, you wouldn't know the difference anyways. You'd just be standing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been standing out there, not in.
You're my
cell.
meat
That's
shield.
fair.
I'm happy you're here. Thank you.
Standing out there not doing this.
You're my paid meat shield.
They're all
Yeah,
sitting
for
there
a
going,
week. But if we're in prison longer, there are going to be late fees,
They're all
right?
sitting there going like, well, if anybody gets to test whether these bars are magically guarded, guess who gets to be the guy we paid?
Yeah.
Some ideas.
You're the fucking canary.
Can you try to open the door? No, we paid you. Open the door.
Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with us tonight, and the party getting back together and Lumi coming back. Yeah, it's good times. Find out what Thane has in store for you and what's going on.
Excitement.
Next episode, jailbreak.
No. This is persuasion time.
What we're going to do is we're going to tear off his shirt and do a tattoo of the jail on his
Oh, we
back.
could all get prison tats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
use
next
Lycan's
episode.
magic sword to fucking do it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, why should we even leave? Prison's gonna be great.
Do you know what we can do while we're in the cell?
Dalen, hold my
Needle.
pocket.
Just-
Hold my pocket, Dalen.
Yeah, you guys can all
Wrong
be
way around,
fucking.
I'm
You
paying
guys
you.
can all be Loomy's bitches.
Hey, guess what? You know
She's
what we can do in
cutthroat
this cell?
apparently now.
You know what we can do in this cell?
Queen of the
we
yard.
can identify your fucking evil sword. Because I forgot he gave us a spell of identify. We have
I
one.
thought we used it.
We did not.
I thought we used it on the bag of holding.
No,
No, maybe not. I don't know.
No, we figured out the bag of holding by just by,
stuff in it.
by sending someone in there and they just put something like this bag is weird. It kept holding things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
it was the greatest accidental find out ever.
Good
But
night.
It's a good bag.
Check
It's a good
it.
bag.
it's the bestest of
Yeah, we just spent all our golden hour in jail. GG.
Yeah.
I know.
GG.
Yeah,
I didn't fucking
TPK,
trust him.
TPK.
And the economic TPK, Death Spiral.
And this is all because we couldn't remember our notes or characters.
We didn't spend all the gold. We have plenty left. Over 1,000.
I wonder how much air is in the cell. I wonder if I could live longer if I killed the rest of the party.
You definitely could. And you-
Smite! And suddenly Thalen is nothing but a red stain on the wall.
Hey, if I live the first hit, I'm just gonna disappear.
It's like, you get 3 spells and there's 4 of us.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, don't forget to drop us a follow, hit us up on social media, jump into our Discord, join up. Everybody's welcome in there. We can talk about all sorts of whatever else we got going on. Don't forget to help us reach that giveaway. We're super excited to give these books away. They're just taking up space. You know, they're all brand new and they're nice and they're shiny and
It's
they're
not those ones.
yeah, it's not ours. That's our copy. You don't get our copy. Okay. You know.
Those are valuable.
Yeah, those are valuable.
Straight face.
But yeah, so come back and join us. Let everybody know. Spread the word around that we'll be doing a giveaway at 500 followers
Giveaway.
and help us reach that point. And possibly earn a shot at getting a really, really nice, expensive set of books and dice and stuff.
Minis.
You know, and maybe a black and white cat. Because it doesn't belong up here at the moment.
Oh, it's the greatest thing because she's appearing on your camera.
You
Like,
know, we told you, man, if you did it one more time, we're taking the cat away.
Yeah.
We'll mail it U.S. Postal Service.
She deserves to be
Fucking
recognized.
send her to a good home.
Lumi,
No,
Lumi's
no.
that.
No.
My
Either
cat
way.
was inspired by this cat.
I hope
Your cat was inspired
Yeah.
by this cat.
Yeah.
Isn't this the
Based
same
on-
thing?
Yeah. But yeah, we're glad you guys could join
Cats
us,
yourself.
and we love having you here. Don't forget to hit us up on Twitter as well
Uh-huh.
and check it out. Yeah, it's good times.
if you guys want, you can catch me later in the week. I'll be streaming a bunch of video games. My name is The Meta Mike. You can catch me anytime. I stream a lot of things. Currently, Risk of Rain 2, and actually, I've been streaming MTG The Arena, which is fun.
Arena.
It's nice playing Magic again.
You mean like it's nice playing it without having to leave your chair?
No, actually, I
Because you
think...
can walk across the street and play Magic.
Well, unfortunately, the Magic I like to play, they don't play during the days I have off.
Mm.
Tuesday nights are when they play Commander, which is what I like to play.
Yeah, it sure would be tough to make friends and ask to go play Commander on your days off.
I'm not a
like-
sociable person.
I haven't looked up the commander builds on Reddit yet.
Oh no, he definitely has. Look at it. See that look he's giving you? That's like, yeah, dude, really? Come on. He's like, it's been out for a while. He's like, have you seen my decks?
I just don't like playing Legacy because they all have really expensive cards.
Yeah, that's what Commander is. Legacy. But
Oh.
you can only have one of each card,
one of each card.
and you have a card that is designated as your leader.
I went to try and play Magic one time, and they all got mad because I printed a bunch of cards out and just put them in the sleeves. And they're like, "That's not a real card." I'm like, "It does the same thing. Why do I have to go buy cards?"
Because
Yes.
they had to go buy it.
Why?
Because the guy before them went and bought it.
That is fair.
That's a very valid point.
If 3D printing is fucking supposed to be taking a chunk out of fucking tabletop gaming, then the printer alone should have purchased trading card games a long time ago.
Yeah, let's be honest though, we do have to support the industries that we love. But I was just like, well, I don't have the money to go into debt doing this. They wouldn't be able to profit off me anyway. Come on.
If you're just playing between friends, there's really no reason why. It
Oh
shouldn't
yeah,
be that
they're
way,
called
but-
proxies. So
Yeah,
just
proxies.
stand
All my cards are proxies right now.
That's fine.
Of all the best cards in the
I summon Blue Eyes What Magic Dragon. That's not magic. That's Yu-Gi-Oh. Whatever. Fight me, bro.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon. I'm a summoner. I've reached into the world of Yu-Gi-Oh and summoned this creature from it.
Yeah, Planeswalker.
Is this the Planeswalker? Ah!
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it either.
that's fair.
You gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
Heart
Then
of
you
the
get
cards.
it.
Okay.
The heart of the cards. My deck has no weak cards.
Listen, just trust in the force, dude. Okay.
Trust in the
Seto
force.
All right, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
That I get.
Oh, now it all comes together.
We've gone too far. Bring it back to anime.
Anime.
Bring it back.
What's that anime?
No, I mean, no, it's a cartoon.
Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of anime is animation, right? So I guess you could.
I mean, what's the
It
difference?
generally refers to Japanese.
You know what?
anime.
I really don't know the differences
Whatever.
off the top of my head.
It doesn't matter.
Bugs Bunny.
All
is
that matters
anime.
is that we hope your week is as legendary as ours, and we'll see you guys here next Friday. And yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye.
See you all.
Bye.
Philosophical problems.